Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was rent shall be restored. What was lost now shall be found. The price of valor ever rising, where victory brings new rewards. Tales of glory, might, and wonder, hard-fought battles, treasures won. Our heroes know their fate awaits them, and so they carry on. Hello, and welcome to Ages of Ainur. I am your humble stream host, and not your Master of Dungeons nor your Keeper of Dragons, Pixel. And I am pleased to present to you the huddled plotting at the bottom of the fancy stairs of the horrible, powerful matriarch of Baldur's Gate. 6th episode of Ages of Ainur presents Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. As always, friends, we are going to get to that game here in a few minutes, but before we do, we have our usual housekeeping thing. So, first things first, you will notice that I'm in a tiny box and not the big box over there. That's because I'm not the DM. So as you are looking at the map screens, you are only going to be seeing my perspective. However, that being said, if you have played this adventure or read it or whatever, please don't spoil things. We will be, the players will be hanging out and chat with you, trying to interact and keep things fun. And we would like not to have things spoiled for us. Second, don't forget about the rules. There's a lot of them in this game. And sometimes, we might get them wrong. And if you know a lot about D&D, don't lose your mind about it. Be chill. We do have a couple of homebrew rules that we're using, alternate crit rules and alternate 15-minute short rest rules. Third, this is an open and welcoming space, so we do ask you to keep internet toxicity nonsense out of here. As always, that's never a problem with you guys, but we want to make sure everybody knows that we aren't going to be putting up with anyone being abusive or hateful in chat. And as a reminder, we do release the show on YouTube after each episode during the following week. So if you have to miss part of the episode and you want to be caught up for the next time, you can catch it on YouTube. And then last thing before we get started, we usually introduce ourselves. So I will throw it to Robbie.
Hey everybody, I am Robbie, or DocRobert. I am your illustrious Dungeon Master for Descent into Avernus and have been leading this group of abyssal chickens with their heads cut off through the dungeon. With that, I will toss it right back to Pixel to introduce himself and his character.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! Hi everybody, I am Pixel. I run games here on Ages of Ainur. On every other Friday night, we have Curse of Strahd. I absolutely botched it last week, so you can go catch that if you want to see real big DM mistakes. That's a fun time. But you can also catch me here on twitch.tv/Hammer and Pixel, where I am playing Elden Ring at the moment, pretty constantly with Bonus Mom, trying to get her ready for that Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. She also just released a reaction video to that story trailer that just came out, if you guys want to go check that out after the show. And today, I will be playing Dwarven Barbarian Phoenix Brightgreen, #1 internet sad dad and an all-around piece of trash.
Excellent. All right. Next on the screen here would be Bonus Mom herself.
Hey kiddos, I am Bonus Mom and I am playing Bonnie Mama and I am a human warlock. Maybe. I'm still figuring that out. And as to where I can be found, in front of the computer streaming Minecraft and Stardew Valley and Elden Ring right here in this very chair almost 24/7. But tonight I'm embracing my favorite thing in the world to do, which is play Dungeons and Dragons with my cohorts here. Can't wait.
Well, we're glad you're here, that you took some time away from streaming Minecraft to join us. It seems like it's all you've been able to do. And not entirely by your own volition. The community has demanded more. So, next, we're going to go to McReese.
Hi, everybody. I am McReese. I can be found usually lurking in the comments of Bonus Mom's lives, making sure everyone is behaving themselves. I'm in the tavern. I also playing Stardew Valley. Do not stream, but I get the addiction. I am playing Raven LaFey, our druid tiefling, who is all of 4 feet tall.
Thank you so much. All right. Next on the screen will be one Mr. Cam.
Hello. I am Cam or Nora Mark. You can find me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/no_remark. I do stream, however, currently I am off streaming because I'm starting a new job very shortly, as of not next week, the week after, maybe. It's a couple of weeks.
May or may not be jealous of his first show.
Yes. So yeah, you catch me here. You can also catch me over on Bonus Mom's Tavern very regularly. I'm pretty much there most of the time. Bonus Mom's Lives, I'm probably somewhere. You just can't see me. That tends to be the case. Yeah, here I am tonight, D&D. I will be playing Neil Boggs, the Goblin Wizard.
And last, but certainly not least, Kaylee, go for it.
Hi, I'm Kaylee, or Christy, and tonight I'm playing Temperance, the Air Genasi sorcerer. I can be found also in Bonus Mom's Tavern, usually lurking, but I also stream D&D with another group on Tuesday nights called Reality Break 20. You can find us on Twitch. You can find us on TikTok. I also have my own TikTok, Kaylee1999. The stream that we're doing on Tuesdays, though, is one shots where I'm actually DMing for the first time. It is I did my first fight last week, and it kind of sort of went okay. I don't know. It was nerve-wracking. But the next one's gonna start off in combat as well. So and that's Reality Break 20 on Twitch. I think that's it.
Okay. With that, a quick recap of where the story has been as of up to this point. So our crew is working for the Flaming Fist, the mercenary group of the city, all in various degrees of volunteerism, as they have been originally hunting down a cult of the Dead Three, Bane, Ball, and Merkel. However, what they have discovered as time has gone on is that the conspiracy runs much deeper than they ever realized, with one Miss Thalmara Vanthaper, who is one of the high dukes of the city, seeming to be somewhat involved with the cult activity that was happening. They have met 2 of her 3 sons, First, they met Mortlock Vanthaper, who was in the process of being murdered when the party ever so graciously saved his life. Then they took a trip to the Low Lantern, where they met one Amric Vanthaper, Mummy's favorite, and quite the scoundrel himself, who, in an effort to save his own hide, did agree to sell off his mother, at least to turn her in, betray his mother, if it meant that he could not face consequences for whatever it is that she might be doing, although he didn't know, or at least didn't give more details on what that might be. And lastly, you met a Hell Rider from Elturel, young, barely even an adult, if she even is an adult, one Rhea Mantlemorn, who is convinced that the High Overseer of Elturel, the city of Elturel, Fabius Krieg, is here with the Vanthaper family. And between with Amric's help and Rhea's pushing, you have ended up in Vanthaper Villa, their beautiful palatial home in the upper city of Baldur's Gate. Currently, they, with the help of their of Raven's snake familiar Cleo, have found that there is a hallway that is pretty loaded with guards that they are trying to figure out exactly how they want to handle this situation, as there seems to be a guard in front of every door in this area. And with that, I'll throw it back to the players. And for those of you watching at home, they have spent many in real life out of game minutes trying to figure out exactly what they are going to do, and I am not convinced they are any closer to a decision. So let's see. It's on you guys.
Robbie, can you remind us if there are guards other than the ones that we can see in the hallway?
Not that you have seen.
Okay.
Excuse me, that's not true. Out in the courtyard. In the house, there are not. Out in the courtyard, there were multiple, but they didn't bother you at all because Amric was with you, and Amric brings people over all the time.
Real quick before we continue to jump in, can everybody just let me know real quick if you have chat inspiration or not, so I can make sure the delay is right? Okay.
I believe I do.
I do.
I do.
Okay. So Pixel and Bonus Mom are down chat inspiration. Everyone else is all stocked up.
Alrighty.
And we still have Pass Without a Trace up, so remember to add 10 to any stealth rolls.
Correct.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. As long as you're within 30 feet of Raven.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also worth mentioning, we did make some kind of attempt, didn't we, to see if we could lure them at some point, and that did not work.
That had not happened yet. You had discussed doing it, but had not
we
attempted.
didn't do that. Okay, that's good to know.
It was one of the many plans that you had discussed doing.
Yeah.
So many.
I have been granted inspiration. Thank you.
Does there happen to be a chicken coop in the yard somewhere? Just in general?
Not that you saw.
So I guess that answers the question earthquake
Okay,
or
so
chicken.
yeah, I can go in and get them to chase me as a chicken, or I can cause an earthquake and see if we can't get them to skedaddle.
So I go to usual tactics then, and I'm just gonna raise my hand like very sheepishly, hopefully trying to get attention of Temperance.
Bonus Mom, you have chat inspiration.
Oh. Temperance will point at Neil and say, yeah, do you have an idea? Via message.
Well, I think that we should probably investigate the remainder of the rooms downstairs so we can establish any further layout downstairs. And also it gives us a bit of an opportunity to confabulate some ideas together. And I'm going to kind of start like continuing. I'm not sure of my original stealth roll, so I can re-roll if you want me to, but I'm going to start like stealthing kind of back down the stairs, just step by step.
just for continuity's sake, let's just go ahead and have everybody roll stealth an additional time. You still get your plus 10, but I don't remember what those rolls were. So just in an effort to be fair.
27 for Raven.
Okay.
I got a 21 total.
Okay.
19.
So a 29.
Oh, yeah, 29. Thank you. 29.
It's 26 for Neil.
It's a 13 for Phoenix.
Plus the 10?
Yes.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh dear.
It's his fancy new armor. It's kind
That
of just
armor.
jiggling.
Luckily, the way that for those who aren't aware of the rules, the way that group stealth checks work, it is number of people who pass, percentage of the party that passed, and luckily for you, it was not higher than DC 21. So that would be an issue. So yes, that is not a problem. The stealth is still good. If you are wanting to look down, this is the ground floor that we are on, the hallway that you were in. You have been in 2 rooms so far, which is this main room along with the main hallway here. And on top of the entryway, this seeming servants' quarters. There are 3 additional doors here, right by Phoenix, and then a set of double doors over here by Bonnie. Yes. Phoenix, could you navigate us, or Pixel, could you navigate us to the map?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much.
No
My
problem.
apologies.
Bonnie would notice that door at the bottom, right at the bottom of the stairs. And does it look like an outside door?
This one here does look like an outside door. You could go ahead and figure that out
I think
just from context clues.
I don't remember how we blocked the one in the front of the house. I know we
I
did.
believe it was rope. It
Yeah,
It was a
opened.
double handle
think-
door. So
I think
we,
it opened outwards, so we tied rope to the inside of it. Oh no, it had 2 handles, so we just tied the handles
2
together.
handles, and we tied the 2
Handles.
handles
Okay,
together.
so Bonnie is like hoping to draw somebody's attention to that door since we know there are people outside. Is that just she would just want to be sure that somebody else in the group besides her knew that in case they wanted to do something. She wouldn't have anything to do, I don't think.
Can we tell if it opens inwards or outwards?
Would open inwards.
Towards.
Yep.
Okay.
So towards
Yeah.
the U. Yep.
Is there like a banister or railing or anything like against the wall here? that I can, like,
Not
tie
on that
something?
side. There's a banister here on the other side.
Well, I suppose I could cause a trip hazard and hold the door shut. That
2 for
seems-
1.
Neil, I put my hand up. Well, this statue that's just over here, pointing at this statue, which I'm going to assume is a statue.
Yes, we talked about this as a statue of Thalmara Vanthaper.
No, not
the one
not
up
the-
here.
This one
Oh,
up here, next to Bonnie.
Let me check. Sure, yes.
Okay. Well, this seems to be roughly about the same size as the door, so if I lighten this statue, we could maybe just scoot it along and block the doorway.
Yep.
Works for me.
I'll say with that being lightened, there would be no check either if you're using your ability to lighten that. So,
So I'm going
no
to adjust
athletics
the
check.
density.
No athletics check required. It is easy enough to just scoot it over there. You got it.
Just want to point out that our attempts at keeping people out will also keep us in.
But it is just rope on the front door, so we can get through that very quickly and very easily.
What was that you
In a
said about
moment-
burning the house down? Lock all the doors, then light it on fire with you on the
In
inside.
a moment of panic?
No, it's a party.
One of the thoughts. Okay, Bonnie is going to take it upon herself to move toward this door because it has a view of the bottom of the stairs if anyone starts to come. So that's what Bonnie's going to do.
Okay.
And tell
Are you
me
going
about that.
in?
Well, tell me about that door.
Okay,
Obviously, I'm going in, but Bonnie's not. She's outside the door trying
Totally
to figure
fine.
out.
Yep, it is a set of nice double doors. Quite ornate mahogany, you might even think. They are engraved. This seems to be very presentation based. Unlike the door to the servants' areas, which was unremarkable, this one is quite ostentatious, as it is meant to be viewed by guests.
Okay. She hovers outside that door to see again. Her thinking is, and she's looking at the stairs, making it very obvious that she's keeping her eyes on the foot of the stairs if anyone would come down, and just waiting to see what anybody else does.
Okay.
Phoenix heads over to this door thinking if there is any interaction between this floor and the next one, this is underneath where we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably not, but that's sort of his thinking there.
I'm thinking.
Okay. This door is not quite as ornate. It's not like a hidden door or anything like that, but it's a pretty standard door, quite the opposite of the one on the other side. A single door, not a double door as
Do
well.
we hear any sounds?
Make a perception check.
All
I
of us, or
do
just
that?
him?
I'm just
Certainly.
standing right there too, so I'd like to as well.
Absolutely. Everyone can make that perception check.
That is a 14 from Phoenix.
Okay.
14 also from Temperance.
11 from Bonnie.
Okay.
That was a nat 20 from Neil.
Hey.
20.
Nice.
Okay.
My ears are like sonar dishes.
Yeah.
Cover up your ears. Pull your hat down.
So, yeah, so you do in fact hear, in this area, Neil, you specifically hear some very light chattering. You can't make it out, but it's at the very edge of your hearing. You can hear something talking.
And that's through this way.
No, the other way for you,
Oh,
since
through
you're closer
this
over
way,
here.
Over
Mhm.
here.
Yeah, just the very slightest, like barely at the edges of your ears.
Okay, I'm gonna immediately put my hand up.
Temperance points. Yes?
I think there's some people behind that door.
Oh. Temperance is gonna point to everybody and relay that message.
Okay.
Literally and figuratively. So Temperance would like to open this door, this less ornate door that we're standing by.
Okay.
But I've got Mage Hand, so I'd like to cast Mage Hand and kind of like scooch Phoenix out of view of like the direction of the door.
Yeah, gotcha.
Swinging.
It also opens inward, so
Okay.
it would open inward, set to the south.
Set to the inward to the room we can't see, or inward towards us.
It's not going to make a difference here, actually.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna use Mage Hand to take a peek through the door, to open the door, and then try to take a peek without seeing too much. Being seen,
Okay.
like without the possibility of being seen.
I'm gonna have Cleo kind of do a like air block type thing at this door so people can't
Yes.
see shadows
And-
moving.
Yes, and I apologize for this. This is something that Temperance and Phoenix also would have both heard easily, is the normal sounds of a kitchen. Just like the pots and pans rustling, that kind of just normal kitchen-y sounds. Nothing aside from that, though.
Is there anybody in there?
There are. Looks like there's a chef in there that is cooking up something she seems to be quite intent on her work as she is dicing some tomatoes and scraping them off into a pot. And the other thing that you notice is this odd creature that is sprawled out on one of the tables. And you don't know, it doesn't look like something that should actually be there. But here it is, despite all odds. This creature that kind of looks like a cat, maybe, but very much is not a cat. Give me just a second, and I will show you.
Sprawled out
This-
like it's alive and chilling.
Very much so.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. No dead cats here.
Cat on the counter. They don't have
Yes.
tinfoil yet.
Fair.
Thomara isn't home. Blank on the counter. Oh, sorry. Okay. And here we go. As this beautiful specimen is grumpily sitting on this table right here. In the middle of everything, mind you, by the way. Like, the veggies are right there, and he does not seem to give a damn.
Okay.
So no one seems to have noticed you at the moment. Just by the way, and you would see that there are 2 more doors from here.
Okay, and what do those doors look like? Are they like
Pretty standard doors.
plain, not okay, nothing fancy?
Unadorned. Yep.
I think Temperance is just going to use Mage Hand to like quietly shut the door again, just so that they can't see us
Okay.
while we plan more, I guess.
More thinking.
Well, Bonnie is just hovered by that one door and she's really listening, intending that if anybody starts heading that way, she's going to let everybody know that all hell's about to break loose. She
What's
might listen
going on
even
with-
closer. Oh, excuse me.
Go ahead.
She might listen as close as possible, get her ear up against the door if Neil has said, you know, there are people in there, to see if she could possibly determine if the sounds are waiters getting the room ready to serve or the people of the household having dinner conversation.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and make that perception check again.
I'm trying to move my cursor between 2 screens and it's always a nightmare for me. I'm sorry. I need to
You're fine.
just get dice and roll them. Here we go. Perception. Bonnie gets a 6.
Yeah, you
But
don't
it's-
even hear the what it is that
That Neil heard.
yeah, that what you don't even know what Neil was on about.
I'm getting my dice.
What about this door down here?
All right. That one is a fairly well adorned door. It's certainly more so than the others here. Once again, has some fairly ornate carvings made of mahogany. Definitely one that seems to be more guest-centric, guest-facing.
Any sounds or anything coming from behind it?
No, not that you can hear.
Is it locked?
It is not.
I'm gonna just very quietly creak it just a little bit. And then kind
Okay.
of forbid it. See
The
if there's a response.
Yeah, luckily for you, this room is totally is empty, and this seems to be a parlor slash serving room where you might sit guests before bringing them in for an event or something. This is the waiting room, the precursor space. It is beautifully adorned as there you see a huge high-backed chair, several comfy couches, and some very fluffy drapes that are currently completely closed.
I will cast message and let Fennec know that this room is clear.
Got it?
Phoenix just gives a thumbs up.
So we've got a dining room that at least has some people in it. Kitchen with 2 doors on the other side. With a winged cat and a cook in it.
Would this be a situation where there's like a separate everyday dining area and then like a special kind of dining area?
Hard to
Are we
tell.
like possibly crashing some sort of rich people dinner party?
I must say, I don't think Raven would be all that acquainted with rich people dinner parties.
She would not.
But see, if I'm wrong, let me know. But
Mm-mm.
that might be more of a Bonnie thing.
Yeah, city life is just taking her by surprise.
Friends, when I was coming up, there was a fella that used to run with the crew by the name of Leroy. He was a bit of a hothead. Didn't always think things through too much. But sometimes it was the right call. Well, he died a couple years later, but sometimes I like to remember him.
I think we're about to get a new battle cry.
Commander Jenkins.
Oh, man.
Is there a supply closet, utility closet, someplace where we can all hide?
You haven't found one yet.
There's the
Closest would be
servants'
this-
quarters.
Yeah,
That
servants'
is
quarters.
quarters.
probably the closest thing.
Temperance is gonna message Fennec and then everybody in turn and just say that there's 2 doors on the other side of the kitchen. The only thing I'm wondering is if there's like stairs up to the probably ladies' quarters from one of those doors that we could sneak around the guards. I think it's probably pretty unlikely, probably pantries or something, but it's the only thing I could think of that might be useful out of this.
You know,
Otherwise, I'm kind of with Phoenix as far as our tactical possibilities.
We do have another possible option, but it depends on whether somebody would be up for giving it a try. I mean, there is somebody here that is dressed, prepared as kitchen staff. If she were to go into the dining room, she could easily be new hire from Amric.
It's not a bad idea. Bonnie, what do you think?
If Niels thinks I can, I'm willing to be helpful. I'd like to do something. What if? See, the only thing is, did you only tell Phoenix that other room is empty?
I'm sure that would have been spread to everybody.
Yeah.
Barring
let everybody
someone.
know.
So Bonnie would try to get the message. I don't know how. Help me. That
Don't you have a
Bonnie,
message?
So the rest of you get in that room. Like,
Pretty sure Bonnie also has message.
Yeah.
well, can I message everybody at once though? I'd have to be
No,
well,
but
whatever
I
it
mean,
takes. Bonnie is going to suggest
we're out of combat.
that everybody
so
goes into
you do have message.
into the room with nobody in it, and because maybe there's got to be an entrance. If that's whatever into the other room, then she's going to walk through one door, being a distraction as you all position yourself in the back of the other room as you see what it is or something. Could that be a thought? Or at least somebody or whatever.
Did I notice any doors on this side of the wall?
Yes, there is one right there.
Okay.
I know so yeah, Bonnie's ready. She's ready, willing, and able.
All right. Where you so everyone go ahead and position yourself wherever it is you would like to be. If you are taking Bonnie's recommendation to go into the parlor, you may do that. And Bonnie, which room was it you were going into? The kitchen or the one that you are next to now?
Well,
I'm
Bonnie
gonna
doesn't.
hide behind this statue.
Bonnie doesn't have anything to serve. And it doesn't seem like you would walk into the middle of anything to say, oh, by the way, I'm here. Would you like to hire me? But then, I don't know. Bonnie is going to frantically look around the room to see if there's anything that she could legitimately pick up and carry into that room.
Not
Any
in
platters
this
on the
room.
tables, nothing. Okay.
No, this is just a hallway. I mean, you could take one of the paintings if you want to grab a painting and walk through the
No,
water
that
room
wouldn't
with
do.
that.
Okay. Okay, then I think that she is hoping. Well, okay, she looks around. Where do you want me to go? I'm willing. Neil gave me the idea of Neil, where am I going?
No, go ahead.
Anybody tell me which way I'm going.
Are there platters in the kitchen you could grab?
Maybe go to the kitchen first, confirm with the chef that you are the new hire from Amric, and see if they would like any support.
All right.
And then move from that direction, because that then gives you an in, because the chef is not going to be as up and aware likely of current staff or current comings and goings because they're so busy.
Okay, so that would cancel any idea that Bonnie had of anybody like trying to back her up in that room, although it wouldn't be a bad thing, but we don't necessarily want to separate. So you all just pick a place to be where you're going to see what happens with Bonnie.
So I have a question. The door that I'm next to that goes into the kitchen, does it go open this way or does it open that way?
The opposite. Into the kitchen.
Into the kitchen. Okay.
Yeah, right there. Exactly.
Gotcha.
Option 3.
Option 3. Okay. Oh, I might need myself back. Sorry.
I could do that for you.
Okay.
Phoenix dies and vanishes to another plane of existence.
You hate to see it. I hate when that
Struck down
happens.
for his hubris.
Then I think that Bonnie, looking around the room and feeling like she's doing what everybody wants, is briskly
really
going
weird.
to walk into the kitchen.
I am going to just hide over there instead of over here because the guy could, see. Okay.
And okay, you're showing me where the cat is. Where is the chef? Oh, there
right here.
he is.
Yep,
okay.
she's right there. Yeah, as you walk in, she's she hasn't noticed you. She seems very intent. She's now seems to be on some chicken that she is slicing thin, cubing up. So
okay, so then I think that Bonnie is going to briskly walk through the kitchen. If the animal notices her, she might smile and say, nod, would not speak, and is going to head for the other door then. So that's going to be Bonnie's plan.
Yeah, the cat does kind of look up at you, but doesn't seem all that interested in general.
Okay, if the cook doesn't notice Bonnie, Bonnie walks straight across the kitchen, and if she can open the door across there, she walks into the next room.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and move your character so I know which one to undo. Okay, yeah. And that will... And yeah, she did not notice you. She's quite busy at the moment. If I can get to the Fog of War. Into a pretty standard cupboard here. Food, drink, about what you would expect for a pantry. Well stocked.
Okay. She is, if there is drink of some sort that she can get in a container of some sort.
Yeah, there's a bottle of wine for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then she is going to briskly walk out and head for the other door to go in and do the exact same thing.
All right. Yeah, though, as you walk over there, she would look up. She would notice you as you walk like right past her. And she go, "Hello. Can I help you? Are you?"
No, it's fine. Excuse me. Emmerich has hired me on as a trainee for another place and another job, but he did ask me to come in for more drink and something else from this room. So I'll just be a moment.
So she go, "From that room, but we're not allowed to go in there. Did he not tell you?"
Oh. No, he didn't. He just said there were a couple of rooms.
Yes. We're not supposed to go in that room.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Yes.
Do you have a tray handy here that I could set my
of course, and she gestures you over to the cabinet over here, where there
Okay.
is some dishware, etc.
Okay, Bonnie
Yeah.
gives her absolutely no argument at all and heads immediately over there and looks for a tray that she can set whatever the drinks are on and says, "Thank you, so sorry to be a bother," and walks right back
all
out.
right. Thank you. I guess. And she goes back to what she was doing.
Okay, and Bonnie walks out with her tray and message, whatever would say to whoever would be the appropriate person, probably Temperance, because she seems to really be good at getting the message around. She would say kitchen, storage room, locked room, and then nod towards the door that we heard people behind as if, do you want me to continue in that way?
Temperance would nod and kind of gesture across the way towards the dining room, and then would relay that information via message to everybody else.
Okay. All righty. I need to look something up really quickly. I'm so sorry. I'm headed that way. When you have notes, you have to look through them.
You're fine.
She is going to, with her plate and her drink, just sail right across the room and nod to Neil, maybe to pop the door for her, and she is going to sail into this room.
Okay, go ahead and make me a performance check. At advantage because of all of the props that you are giving yourself here to try and.
I forgot to do. Okay, I got to roll twice. That was a 17.
Okay, that's not bad.
I'm going to do it again. And that's a 4.
Okay, we'll go with the 17 then. All right, unless you prefer the 4.
I would not prefer the 4.
So you sweep in and find an oddly empty dining room. You don't see anyone in here at the moment, but you do see a beautiful iron wrought chandelier hanging above a black oak table, surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs carved to look like devils. The fireplace dominates one wall, flanked by red curtain windows. A handsome glass doored wine cabinet stands against one wall.
Very confused, because Neil said he heard sounds. Bonnie is going to walk quietly, but again, briskly, as though she has every reason to be there. Looking around, she's going to walk around and probably set what she has on the end of one table. And she's looking around. As she walks around the room, does she see any signs of hidden, anything?
Perception check.
Okay, that's a 19.
A 19.
Nice.
You don't the only thing you notice is that there is a slight sway of the chandelier in a kind of odd way, but there's certainly no hidden doors or any of that kind of thing. But the chandelier is, I don't know, it's just like, it's like someone bumped it, which you did not.
Okay. Looking around the room to see that there is nobody there, Bonnie, as her new job is made in this establishment, is going to assume that perhaps she brought the drink to the wrong place. She's going to pick it back up and just briskly walk right outside of the room again.
Okay.
And she will look for a place to set it down.
Yeah, there's a side table out here you could set it on.
And then she is going to convey to everybody via message and however we do those sorts of things among us that that room was empty, but there is something very mysterious about it. Either the chandelier is moving from the room above, or there is something odd about that room. And the table is certainly weird, but there's not a person in there.
Was the table set like for a meal, or was the table like empty?
It was not set.
There are 8 chairs, and it's a devilish looking table.
And I'm just curious, I know Fenix can't see this, but and I also don't know exactly to what extent the stuff on the map corresponds to, what's actually in the room, but what are these things here?
Those are the wine cabinets that they mentioned.
Okay, and this over here?
That's the fireplace.
The fireplace, okay. Oh, maybe we're hearing something from upstairs through the fireplace?
Well, if people were moving upstairs, it could be affecting the chandelier. I mean, there's no way to know. We're back to upstairs.
Also,
Do we want to know what's in the room that we're not supposed to be in?
yeah, if they don't want us to go into, or if they don't want their help to go in a room, there's probably something important in there.
Okay.
DM, can I ask a question?
Mhm.
Would, obviously, Cam knows, would Neil have any knowledge of imps?
Religion check.
That's a 19.
Yes. Basic info.
I know that imps can become invisible on command.
With a 19, you do.
It quite well. I'm gonna kind of like just quietly mutter to everybody. It could quite well be that the reason that the chandelier was swinging is because there was imps on it that you could not see. Which means they may now be aware that we're here.
Raven is going to start making her way towards the kitchen door. And she is going to wild shape into a cockroach.
Okay.
And make her way to the forbidden door.
Okay. All right. All right. So you can wild shape into that, and I believe that's is that the second wild shape you've used today? Yeah, because you use. Yes, because you
You turned into a cat when we fought. Or you turned into. I think it was a cat when we initially attacked the other guy, right?
Yeah. I did the cat outside the bar.
So yes, this is the second wild shape. Okay. The only thing, as you skitter in, the cat perks up its head, and you're gonna see him jump off. And hold on just a second here. For no particular reason.
Cleo will try to distract.
Unrelated.
Cleo was in the other room.
Unrelated. Phoenix is by the stairs just in case people start running down it to attack us.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and rule. I don't know if I have cockroach stats, but we're gonna go ahead and say that a cockroach has an AC of 11 with a dex of 12. Does that sound fair?
Yep.
And a solitary hit point.
I don't know. Can they survive like radioactive things, nuclear explosions?
Yeah, they do in fact have immunity to poison damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Has Raven given us any pre-warning that she was going to do this?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Give me just a second here. I wasn't
You guys would have watched her wild shape into a cockroach.
I was expecting some things, but this was not the thing that I was expecting. Okay.
Nobody had Reese turns into a cockroach on their bingo card.
Okay, luckily for you, so the cat pounces at you, but misses. So we're gonna be inside initiative here.
Oh boy.
It rolled. It tried to catch you, but it missed right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, in terms of movement, you're a cockroach. So you have 10 foot of movement per round, which I think is pretty damn fast for a cockroach. If I'm being unfair, someone could let me know, but I think that is fair.
I mean, if you ever turn the lights on, you know they can skitter pretty fast.
Okay, I'll give you 15. You've convinced me. There you go. What would you like to do, Raven Roach?
Is a duck under this table?
Okay, you could do that, but it will get an attack of opportunity if you run away from it.
Oh,
you can always disengage, right?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
disengage.
Okay. So you disengage and go under the table. Feel free to move
Yep.
yourself where you need to go. Okay. All right. So that's action, movement, and do you have a bonus action?
Nope, not while I'm like this.
Okay.
Are we
Well-
hearing anything outside?
Probably
Uh-oh.
not. No, I mean it's just a cat chasing a thing. If it starts knocking shit over, I'll let you know. But okay. Okay, get another. No advantage on this one. Nope, still misses you as it pounces again and attempts desperately to.
Oh no.
All right, Raven, you're up.
She's going 5, 10. Skitter under this one.
Okay. Okay. It's following. It's following you.
Oh no. I feel like
It's rolling trash. You're real lucky.
It's bad.
rolled
It's
a-
sad that we don't have the Benny Hill theme on as
I
like as battle music for this.
I love it.
Unfortunately, I do not have the Benny Hill theme, so we'll have this.
I feel like that's also
settle with
a
this.
copyright
Well,
issue.
Copyright.
that's an
Copyrighted, yeah,
oversight.
probably.
That is an oversight
That
on
is
your
true.
part.
Okay, well, luckily for you, I have rolled a 1, an 8, and a 1. So,
Nice.
Wow.
or excuse me, a 1, an 8, and a 2. So,
Alright.
all right, it is now your turn again.
One mad skittering dash to get under the door.
Boop, and you are free.
Oh my
But stuck.
god.
And she's gonna have to. Yeah, how's she gonna get back?
I've just got
Oh,
this
that's
image
so
of
funny.
the cat now putting its paw under the
Like,
door,
oh,
you know?
100%. You do see just the little paw.
Just the claws. Just the claws of the paw.
You just see little
And,
antenna kind of doing.
And oddly enough, Raven, at this point you hear, "Get back here! Where are you going? This was just starting to have fun." You hear that in your head.
Hello? Back.
Wait a second. What? I don't know any cockroaches that can think. Wait a second.
I'm gifted.
Oh, I really gotta get you now. And you hear you see the paw like starts creaking through a little farther, slapping desperately against the floor. All right.
Please tell me the
This,
cook is reacting to this as well.
The cook has not noticed a damn thing. Completely oblivious. It is
Love
like
it.
every Tom and Jerry cartoon where they have no idea what is going on in the background.
It's very much like that TikTok meme where it's like "Hun dun 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 dun, I'm spinning like a
Yeah.
ballerina." The cook is just over there just cutting vegetables. Meanwhile, the cat and the roach are like "Hun dun 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 dun."
If this was modern day, she would definitely have AirPods in, no question. Okay, yeah, so Raven, there are only 2 things in this room, and that is a barrel and stairs downward.
Oh boy,
Downward.
That's no help.
Ooh.
that's probably
wonder-
where the guy we're looking for is, though.
Yep, that's just what I was gonna say.
And we asked that dingus right to his face if there was a hidden prison under this house, and he said nothing. If I ever see him again, we'll kill him.
I know that
Paw flaps
I'm
again at the
me
bottom of the door.
in wild shape, but I can't cast spells, can I?
That's a level 20 ability.
And I am not Keyleth. Okay. Oh, she's having slight panic attack, so there's a cockroach on the floor going.
So did you say that one step goes down and one up, or they both go down?
No, they go down.
It's like a downwards. Yeah.
Spiral.
They both
There's
go
like
down.
a landing and then it turns,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Gotcha. I just wanted to be sure.
I am going to creep, kind of skitter down the stairs, just to look, just to see what's going on down there.
Okay. Give me just a second.
Bonnie's gonna have waited long enough, and it's going. Well, no, it probably won't. When you wild shaped, you still get messages and all that stuff, right? Or no?
Yes, can receive messages still.
Okay, then I'm gonna send a message and say, oh, can send, but she can't respond because she's a cockroach.
No.
No, they can reply. The target can reply.
I can reply.
Still, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
can't
Bonnie
She still has her wits about her.
Bonnie is gonna, because Bonnie's wondering, do
What's
I need to
the
go back in the kitchen
range?
again? Okay.
What is the
120
range?
feet.
Okay, so that would be fine, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so as you skitter down the stairs, you come to this long hallway.
Oh boy.
Does Bonnie cast message?
Well, Bonnie was just gonna say, "What's happening, dear?" or something along those lines. After some time passed, she would try to make contact with you.
There are stairs down. I've gone down. Long, dark. Robbie, is that blurry on purpose, or is my
Nope,
computer
that's your
there
thing.
we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Long, dark, creepy hallway that kind of reminds me of the sewers we were in.
Okay. Can you come back, dear? If that takes another message, and then Bonnie is going to relay that message to everybody else that the locked room had a way down, and it's to the sewers, most likely.
It kind of. Oh, I should have. Nope. Too late. I was gonna have them distract the cat.
Well, it could be in your response still, because you can still respond
Okay.
to Bonnie, because she told you to make your way back.
Can you do something about the please?
Oh. So Bonnie would look around at everybody and just mouth, "There's a problem." And I think Bonnie picks the thing and sails back into the kitchen.
Okay. All right, yeah. And she does notice as you walk in, just because she was kind of expecting you. And she says, "Oh, well, you have the. You still have the wine? Was that the vintage they didn't have in the wine cupboard?"
Well, not exactly. As it turns out, Amric wasn't there. He has stepped away, probably upstairs. I hesitate to go up there. Do you ever have to take food or anything upstairs?
Usually only to Master Thirstwell. He does not like to leave his room.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't exactly. I might just wait a moment if that's all right. Is there anything I can do to help you?
No, but no. I'm doing okay right here at the moment. I'm preparing for dinner for the lady, and hopefully Amric will be back soon. I'm
Well,
making
he
his
should be.
favorite.
Oh, good. He'll be so happy. Does Bonnie remember? Because possibly one of us doesn't exactly. Thirstwell, is that one of the sons or is that somebody else?
Third son.
It's probably
Yeah,
him.
it's the
Okay, then
brother.
she recognized that. Oh, what a charming fellow you have. Oh, is he yours? What a delight.
No. That's the family pet, Slobber Chops.
Slobber Chops. Is he friendly? May I pet him?
He's friendly if you give him some food.
Bonnie starts searching her pockets frantically.
And she'll just say, "Take some of the chicken. He'll like that."
Oh, thank you. You are so lovely to work with. I hope I get to stay here, although I think I may be supposed to actually work somewhere else, but you're so helpful. I enjoy
And
cooking
she's ignoring
so
you
much.
at this point. You got like half a sentence past, and she was already back to her chopping.
Bonnie moves with the chicken towards... She moves towards the pussycat, talking baby to talk to it. Here, would you like something to eat? Here.
Yeah, and it immediately turns, forgetting completely about the door, about there, and then it just looks at you, and then it just walks over to you, and then it just immediately snatches it out of your hands.
Oh, you're a frisky little fellow, aren't you?
And you just hear a "thank you. They usually don't let me have that" in your head.
Yes. And Bonnie, who is kind of used to that by now, okay? It's like, well, I bet you, knowing that the cook is, we think, still thinking, ignoring me completely, Bonnie's gonna look for something else to give the kitty cat and say, let me see what's over here. And Bonnie is gonna move over this way and start rummaging around on this table.
There's a full spread of little goodies here. I mean, you basically, this is a fully stocked kitchen, so anything that it would be in a normal, like, chef's kitchen, you could probably find here.
You are such a gorgeous animal. Could I entice you to something here? What would you like? And Bonnie is gonna like hold things up, hoping to entice the animal away from the door.
Oh, listen, you don't have to try that hard. It works like immediately. As soon as you walk over there, it zooms with you. It kind of flutters and flaps over there, to the point where even she goes, "Wow, he really took a liking to you."
Oh, I have a way. I've
Apparently
always
you do.
enjoyed cats, yes, and dogs and all sorts of animals.
Oh, don't use the C word. And then you hear, "Excuse me, I am a Tressium, thank you very much. Do not associate me with those filthy beasts."
An animal I've always wanted to have is a Tressium. And, well, that is what this beloved, beautiful animal is, isn't it? Here,
Yes.
let me give you something.
Thank
I saw something when I was in there getting a drink. Are you thirsty, sweet? Oh, I'm sure
no,
you are.
the chicken will be quite good, or whatever it is that you have, if you have something else.
Well, I was going to sneak in this room over here. I was there just a moment ago, and there were some delightful things in here. Let me
Certainly,
look.
yes. It's following you, 100% following you.
And I'm leaving the door open, hoping so, and looking for the most delicious thing that I think a Tressium.
Immediately finds, and again, so you find all kinds of stuff. You know what cats like better than I do, but whatever it is, it's in here.
Okay, well, I'm feeding it to that animal. There's, I'm doing the best I can.
You are
and then
spoiling him rotten at the moment, and he is eating it up literally and metaphorically.
He's slobbering from the chops.
Yes, he is slobbering from the chops.
Bonnie
chop
is going
slobberer,
to
as
throw
they say.
some things on the floor and say, oh, I forgot. I think there's one more thing out here I can get for you. And she is going to move out and attempt to close the door unless he goes bananas or anything. She's going to close him up in there.
Nope, no, he's a little focused on what's in front of him and doesn't even notice. Like again, it's like my dog when I want to get her out of my bedroom and I throw the toy. Doesn't matter how many times I do it. Zoom down the hall.
Okay. So, Bonnie is going to say, I'm just going to check the room again. I'll be back in a moment, dear, to the cook who probably is ignoring her.
Yeah.
And she's going to step back out of the room and let everybody know that she's locked the animal up and the cook doesn't pay attention to a whole lot. And
Soon as
hopefully,
I skitter, kind of, darting, and then drop wild shape as soon as I'm in the hall.
I imagine Raven just like sitting down, horrified. You got to live that scene from Cinderella, but in real life.
okay. Bonnie is going to send a message now to Phoenix and she's going to say, well, see, the thing is, we can't get to the downstairs because the door is locked. So her message to Phoenix is going to be, should I take the drink upstairs to the soldiers?
So I have a question. Do we know that the door is locked? She told us we're not allowed to go in there, but I don't think we tried the door.
Oh.
So that door may not be locked.
No, because if I would have dropped
But
inside
also,
the
if it
room,
is locked, it's
I'd have
made
been
out of wood, and I have an axe. So if we really need to get through it, there's a way.
So Bonnie's
gonna be
message
in,
to
like,
Phoenix
open
is
establishment?
downstairs or upstairs. Should I take
Upstairs.
the drink
Okay.
upstairs or?
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I say we just rush them upstairs, try to get what we can, and then try to escape through the sewers.
I have an herbalism kit. I could poison the wine, or at least make it so it makes them pass out. You
So
can
if
take
they
the wine
drink
up
it,
to the
though.
soldiers.
I just worry that the
Someone's gonna
longer...
have soldiers wine.
I just worry
free
that the
wine.
longer we sort of like stand around here planning, the more likely it is that we get caught here soon. Like, we keep rolling those
Yeah.
dice, they're gonna come up bad eventually.
I'm gonna do something knowing now that the cat is like shut away. I'm gonna like creak open the kitchen door slightly, and I want to cast Mage Hand and move it like on the ground.
Isn't
and
what we need to get the evidence upstairs though?
Yeah.
So maybe we shouldn't focus on going downstairs yet.
You don't know where anything is. You don't know. You
we
don't really even
assume
know
that it's gonna be the study.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was what you had said, but you never got any definitive information one way or the other.
it is possible that they like hide all of their like incriminating evidence about themselves in like the hidden place under the ground that the servants aren't allowed to go to instead of up in the open air.
So back
So
to
I don't know.
Saying.
We don't know, and I don't know that there's anywhere way we're going to be able to know. So I think we just have to make a call and see what happens. You know.
But
I
you
basically I
interrupted.
just want to Mage Hand test the door just to see if it is unlocked or locked. If I can just slide the Mage Hand across the floor up the door.
Yep, you could do that, and it is unlocked.
Okay.
All right. Then Bonnie is going to walk back in the kitchen with the tray and pick up the tray and the drink, and she is going to look for glasses or goblets and get 5 of them. 6. She's going to get 6. And she's going to say, "Oh, I know what to do now." You know, probably being ignored. And she is prepared to take those drinks upstairs and just continue as though she's doing what she's doing and hopefully catch the guards off hand. With the crowd rushing along behind her at some point, she still planned to be the distraction. And however it would have been briefly, she would have shared that. Is that acceptable to Phoenix? Would he have tried to stop her or let her do
hang on. I just want to understand. The plan is for you to be a brief distraction by trying to give wine to the guards?
Yeah, like walk upstairs, like, "Oh, Emmerich sent me up with drinks or whatever," just to distract him. Or you think it, but
And then
stop.
we're gonna okay. Go ahead.
And probably like drop them or something like that, you know, just
Gotcha.
like fall in front of them, do something. Or Phoenix would say, "No, I got another idea."
Well, I just wanted to check. I know I initially suggested that we just kind of rush the guards and see what's upstairs. But I also have maybe talked myself into the idea that there's something downstairs. So maybe like we should take a group check here. Like, do we want to bet on that what we're looking for is upstairs behind the guards, or do we want to bet on what we're looking is behind the door no one's supposed to go into? I'm like 50-50. I really have no idea, so I kind of just like, before we make a call one way or the other, I think we should lay out the parameters of what the options are and then kind of pick one. That make sense?
Take on 6 or 7 guards or incapacitate 1 cook.
I'm starting to feel of the belief that we obviously experienced all the stuff in the bathhouse in the sewers underneath the bathhouse, and that's where we made all the connections. So I'm starting to think of the belief line that we could probably find evidence to that effect in there, or even if Thavius Krieg is down there, then he is evidence enough.
It's a really good point.
And you think if they've got a prisoner, they're not wanting to kill him, they're wanting to keep him alive. Where's the best place to keep him alive? Right next to the kitchen. I also do have a plan 2 or a plan B for getting into the study, but it's cost-worthy spell-wise, because I could vortex warp somebody into that room as long as I can see into it, which means that I'd need to get up onto the balcony, which means that I'd have to cast a spell to get up onto the balcony and then vortex warp somebody into the room. But that's 2 spell slots gone. So there is a clear plan A, plan B. Plan A is let's incapacitate the chef and let's get into the sewer. Plan B is let's go out of here, get up, get in, but I'm not going to be able to get you back out.
Yeah. I think the barrier of entry to the sewer is lower, right? We've got the cat locked up, incapacitate the chef. We're down there. If we look and just see that there's nothing down there, then we've lost a couple minutes. We're probably not going to get like it doesn't seem like people are just going to go check on the cook real quick. You know what I mean? So
Nope.
if, I say we go downstairs, and then maybe we don't explore the whole complex, but like we check and see, is this a sewer system that just runs out into the city, or do they have like they have anything important down here? If they don't have anything important, within, I don't know, a minute or two walk of underneath of the house, then maybe we go back upstairs. Then try our luck with the guards.
Mm-hmm. That works.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good idea.
I would say, like, maybe Phoenix needs to lead the way to incapacitate this chef.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Temperance has command, doesn't she?
I don't know. No, but Rhea does, doesn't she?
Somebody has command.
Yeah, but command only lasts 1 round. Rhea has
Oh.
command, but it would only last for 1 round. So
Yeah, I mean, I can
we
always
could get
just
to
do non-lethal
grovel, but-
damage. I can't
Yeah.
imagine the
Yeah.
cook has
Okay.
more than
knock her out.
4 hit points and
That's-
10 AC or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Just bop her on the head.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay. If that's what you're doing, the door opens. She is blissfully ignorant of everything. I am not even going to make you roll to knock her out. I don't believe it is possible for you to not knock her out, Phoenix. I think
jeez.
that your base roll even is not possible. So as you just kind of go up and clonk, and she goes unconscious.
I am gonna slip 5 silver into her apron as an I'm sorry.
Aw.
I've removed it from my character sheet, and then I'm gonna go open the door and gesture to everybody to go on through.
Okay.
I'm
Temperance is
gonna
gonna
follow you.
grab some
Let
chicken
me-
and munch on it as she.
The chicken is
Walks
raw,
away.
unfortunately.
Oh, never mind.
So I would not personally recommend that, but you do you. You live your best life.
Never mind.
I'm not gonna
I
stop.
thought it was
you.
like cooked chicken that she was shredding or slicing for some reason.
Nah, dicing it first. Hold on. I'm getting
Then she's
everybody
gonna
together.
grab a hunk of bread as she walks.
That
by.
you
She's
can
gonna grab
do,
something
yes.
to snack.
Yes.
In that
It's
case, Raven
very
grabs a tomato and starts eating it like an apple.
nice. It is
With her hot
very
sauce.
good bread too. It's very good bread too.
Once we all get through the door, I'm gonna try to push the barrel in front of the door, if it opens that direction.
It does open that direction.
Okay. Just
Okay. Especially if it is lightened, that will not be difficult.
what did it feel like was in that barrel?
Water
Okay. Okay. I guess that makes sense.
or wine or liquid.
just one weird.
Okay.
Well, here we are.
Lovely. Thought we were done with sewers by this point.
We still using the same stealth rolls?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
You better hurry. You're
I would just say quietly, oh wait, no, we wouldn't. We won't have Pass Without a Trace anymore.
Oh, because she went into wild shape.
She went
Yeah.
in wild shape.
Well, the wild shape isn't the problem. It's the went farther than 30 feet away from everybody.
Oh,
Hmm.
either way. Okay.
we better hurry. You said you thought imps were watching us. We should be very careful.
I mean, down here we should be far enough away from people that if we have to
Sure.
get to murdering, I'm sorry, but if we have to get to extrajudicial killing
Oh, I put
Neil, what
within
have you
the scope
gotten
of
me
our
into?
appointed duties.
Well, let's go, shall we? And Lauren's ready to move on. She doesn't like it there.
I'm gonna run ahead and do my usual kind of scouting job, and I'm gonna like peek round the corners.
Okay. All right. This. Give me just a second here.
hmm
Long corridor.
Oh my.
Very long corridor. Jeez. I'm going to assume that where the kind of water section is hitting walls, that's like sewer pipes.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
and where these openings are maybe other pathways. All right. I'm gonna start making my way along and around this way. I'm gonna beckon everyone round the corner as well to let them know that I think coast is clear currently.
Robbie, is there anything about these tunnels? Anything on the walls, on the floors? Any kind of signs of travel or
It's a
glyphs, that
sewer,
kind of thing?
so it's hard to tell.
So I'm gonna make my way along here to this one and try and kind of get a view around this this way.
So that's just another doorway here, and this is another long passageway.
Goodness.
I guess I'll come to this doorway and do my usual of like just opening it just a nudge, just to see if I can see anything in there.
This one is locked.
Oh,
That's good.
this one's locked. I don't think I've got lockpicks either. I don't think I've got thieves' tools.
What is the door made out of? Can Bonnie tell?
It's a wooden door for sure.
Phoenix, it's a wooden door.
Oh boy.
No window in it or anything?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I can try to bust the door down.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Okay. Question: would I think that the great axe or the silver? Probably the great axe is better than the flail, even though bludgeoning would be better. But the size of the great axe makes more sense, right? Probably doesn't matter.
All right. Let's start with an athletics check and see if you just
is
bust it.
An 18.
Or 18. With an 18, you do crack it, and that's when you hear a "oh!"
Oh boy.
Why are they? Are they coming?
Is the
Oh,
crack
no.
big enough to see through?
Not really. It's just kind of loose.
What
No.
did you say the person said? Could you repeat that, please?
I could not.
He said,
It's
are
just-
they coming?
Yes. Oh, yes. Are they coming? Sorry,
Are
I
they
forgot that. I thought
coming?
you were
Okay.
just. I thought you were just asking me to redo my exclamation.
No,
Well, I felt like I felt like I was in Monty Python. No, I thought the
I just
Grail
wanted to
can
be
be
sure.
found in the castle of Sorry.
Is Rena having any kind of reaction to the voice?
Let me see.
Is who? Are you asking
Rhea.
if I am?
Raya.
Rhea.
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 I think that's him.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Okay.
Krieg?
Yes, that's him. It has to be him.
See if you can call to him, dear.
She goes up. Fabius! Fabius, is that you? And, no. No, this is not Fabius Krieg. I'm sorry, he is not home right now. I'm sorry. Fabius, I can hear you. No, I'm sorry. You must
Our politician
be
is in another castle.
I think
mistaken.
that Bonnie would possibly recognize his if he talked considerable amount.
Make it, make a insight or history check.
And I'm going to keep wailing on the door with a 16.
Okay, yeah, another real irony, and it's like, no, Fabius isn't here. I
20.
no. What
Bonnie
the?
got
Oh,
it.
absolutely, this is him. 100%.
Bonnie is shaking her head. Yes, it's him. She's heard enough political speeches and whatever. I don't think she knew him personally, but
No, so
Is
We all would
Bonnie down
recognize
here
our
by
mayor's
us, or is
voice.
she keeping an eye on this tunnel?
Yeah, Bunny just may want to move in the map. I think is what we're getting at.
oh, did I not? I would have walked up there with you. I got distracted. Yeah, sorry. I got
No, you're good.
distracted by
so,
the door.
Yeah. With one more good swing, the door is still closed, but you can kind of hear Johnny it open. If you would like.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Yeah. So inside, you see This room contains 4 wooden tables with 2 small wooden coffers atop each one. Right. Hanging on the wall opposite the door is a beautiful golden shield. And standing in front of the shield is an old man in plain garments, carrying a lit candlestick, or lighted, if you will. Hold on, I do believe I have. There you go. As he turns to face the door, you can see the shadow on the far wall does not match his form, but appears to be appears to be a shadowy, pudgy, horned fiend with small wings. Well, hello. It is good to see you. Who are you?
I think the better question is, who are you? Your shadow doesn't match, sir.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is there a way to tell? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, given that I've like clarified that I have some knowledge of imps, would this make any sense to me in that aspect?
Religion check.
Would I be able to tell if it was like an illusion?
Arcana check.
17 for religion.
Cleo's watching the stairs.
I got a 16 for Arcana.
So this is something that could be an illusion, but isn't one that would make any sense to you. You don't know to what benefit that would be, unless you're just like trying to be intentionally coy, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense here.
A self spell or something like that.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I have that one, so I would recognize it, I would presume.
But even then, alter self would like actually alter yourself. This is just meaning his shadow doesn't match his body. With a 17, Neil, was that 17 religion?
Yeah, 17 religion.
He's not that big. He's a big boy, but he's not that big. With a 17 religion, you only are aware of one instance in which that could happen, and that is an instance of corruption. It's the kind of thing that is a curse.
As in, this could be Therius, but he's been cursed. Or this could be an imp that's cursed and is able to do this. It would not be an imp.
This, the creature behind it, you can for sure 100% know does not look like an imp. Not even close.
But something has attached itself to him. Is what?
Possibly. It's, you just go, well. All right, and we're gonna take just a quick. While all of this is happening, Phoenix.
Yeah.
You hear a voice that just says, "Ah, I see someone of my own heart. We can work together. Take me. We will restore you to your family, to your glory." And that's where we're going to take a break.
Okay.
Oh,
all right, folks. Well, we'll be back in. It's 6:29 now, so we'll be back in about 5 minutes if that works. So 6:35 or so, friends.
Okay.
All right. Enjoy the cliffhanger. Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was rent shall be restored. What was lost now shall be found. The price of valor ever rising, but victory brings new rewards. Tales of glory, might, and wonder, hard-fought battles, treasures won. Our heroes know their fate awaits them, and so they carry on. Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them,
my head. Bonnie just wants to go home and make muffins.
All right. Well, Bonnie wants to go home and make muffins, and we're all back. Welcome, everybody. I said, are we all good to go? And then Mom started talking, and I kind of already hit the button.
That's what Bonnie said. And she probably didn't even do message. She just said it. She forgets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poor Bonnie.
Raven's in the back going, what kind of muffins?
So, Phoenix, how do you react? By the way, it looks like this.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Okay, so there's a shield. Is it on the wall?
cool shield.
or-
It is on the back. Yes.
That definitely looks evil.
It is a very cool shield.
Cool. It says cool shield right here on the thing, so we know it's cool. Okay, and it said it. Okay, I feel like I want to make some kind of a check here. Maybe. Just like to myself,
Sure.
for myself, kind of.
Yeah, what kind of check you try to make?
We're going to make a wisdom check. Oh, that's a 17.
Okay.
That's actually good.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you say in response?
I think in like a moment of being honest to himself in a way that maybe he can't be to other people, he says, I mean, that was kind of the problem though, right? That was kind of like the whole problem.
No. You misunderstand. You can have what you want. They locked me in here. Me. From the heavens above. Locked and tormented here. I simply need to be free.
Oh, okay, but like what I'm saying is like completely unrelated to the thing you just said. Like I don't really know
No.
what that has
you
to
don't-
do.
Because you couldn't have done it on your own. That's why we need each other. I without my form, and you without assistance.
Okay, but I did do it. I did all
No.
of it. No, I did the whole. I did like, and then, but then that was the problem. I had
You
everything
didn't.
that I ever wanted.
You hear a chuckle. You had everything you thought you wanted.
What's the? Hey, wait, hang on a second. What's the difference between thinking you want something and wanting something? It's like
Because
sort
when
of
you
like
actually...
there's like an
because-
epistemological question we have to answer here, brother.
Yes, and it's one that has an answer. Because what you actually want, when you receive, you are satisfied.
I mean, okay, that is a good point.
This is what happens when you ask philosophy to me, is that I have a goddamn answer. In my dystopian lit class, we have epistemology day 1, 2, and 3.
But you're sort of taking it for granted that I will be satisfied with whatever it is you're offering.
Yes, of course it is. I can see in your mind. I know the contents of your mind better than you do.
Okay. And I'm supposed to trust your motivations for some reason?
Yes.
And that reason is...
What other choice do you have? How else are you going to get it back? Or
I mean-
get what you never had? Right now,
But if you've been in my
And
mind,
the-
you know that I've been trying real hard to make what seems to be a pretty different choice.
yes, like when you traded those health potions so that you could drink more,
Yeah,
definitely a
right.
choice that you were making better.
Yeah, no, that's what
Of
I'm saying. It's like
course.
oblivion and self-destruction is the alternative. Like, you're saying I don't have any other choice, but, like, I've been walking that way for a hot minute.
Which is why you need the guidance to help yourself.
I mean, gravity pulls down, brother. So if that's the direction I'm
Yes.
headed, it don't seem like I need much help.
Gravity might pull down, yet there are those that sail in the stars. We can propel ourselves to greater heights if there is an engine to propel us. You simply lack the necessary external force, but you could have it. You just need to reach out and grab it.
I mean, I don't know, man. This sounds like a hard sales pitch.
I didn't realize getting everything you wanted was a hard sales pitch.
Oh boy, if you're as deep in my head as you thought you are, you'd understand how wrong that sentence was.
But is it? Just to be happy again? To be respected by your family? To have the respect of your peers? That isn't too much to ask for any one person.
I mean, do you really think that if that's what I thought I wanted, I wouldn't have headed a different direction to try to get it?
Didn't we just have a discussion about what you thought you wanted versus what you really want?
Well, see, here's the thing. I haven't attained what I currently think I want, so I don't know if I truly want it yet.
To die in a gutter drunk?
No, to die
Because
in
then you-
battle.
The problem with that is you don't know until after it's done.
Yeah.
That is still something that you could attain. To me, I'm thinking that you could have your cake and eat it too.
The cake makes
And
me
then
kinda
instead
gassy.
of dying senselessly, you could die for a noble purpose.
Whose purpose?
The purpose of saving El Terrell.
Does El
And
Terrell
while
wanna be
he's thinking
saved?
about that, we're going to pop back over to everybody else, where Thavius Krieg is kind of just, I guess that you can come in and take a seat. I guess. Oh, she's going to be pissed.
Who's she?
The lady of the house.
Ah, we're in a sewer, not a house. Which house?
Rhea rushes in. Oh, sorry, Phoenix. Rhea rushes in and, like, gives him a hug, and he's like, very uncomfortable with it. Fabius, finally, I found you. We can just explain to them that everything went horribly wrong, and then we'll be good to go.
Explain what, dear? What went horribly wrong?
Are you asking Fabius?
No, I'm asking Rhea. Isn't she the one who said that?
Oh, you would know, but she's just talking about the city disappearing, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's a good point, actually. Why are you here, and why weren't you at El Terrell?
Well, I was here because I needed to get help with this magic celestial shield. I was on my way to try and get it when I encountered them when the city disappeared.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah.
Robbie, does the shield have any type of marking that Raven would be familiar with?
None.
Okay.
18.
Lying like a rug. I'd see
Not
if Rhea knows that
surprised.
too.
Somehow not surprised.
So,
Rhea says, "You poor soul," and gives him a hug.
Oh, God. Rhea, why?
Les, quick, we must save him. We can get the answers we need. I'm sure he knows it all.
I don't think we should move that quickly because something here does not add up. In fact, several things here do not add up, and I do not like that. What is this shield supposed to do for you?
It is a celestial being, the hidden, that calls itself the Hidden Lord, a celestial being that is trapped within it. I believe that its celestial power could help us save the city.
Could you explain your shadow?
If Raven steps into the
I'm
room,
at a funny angle.
Does the shadow have any kind of response?
None.
Okay.
It's just a trick of the flickering light.
That is a pretty definitive trick that does not match yours.
Can I go up to him and... Well, actually, no, I've seen Rhea hug him. Or did she actually...
No, she actually hugged him. No, she full-on hugged him.
Actually hugged him. Okay, so my thought was, I want to check, can my hand pass through him?
Didn't seem to be illusory, but she reacted
Yeah.
totally normally when gave the hug, unlike him who was very uncomfortable with it.
Rhea, does he normally react that way when you show him affection?
Oh, I've never shown him affection. It's only the second time we've talked.
Sorry?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's the leader of my city. Do you talk to to Elder Ravengard all the time?
Well, not particularly, but you
Exactly.
seem to
So
be
then
ignoring...
perfect. Then I don't get to talk to him.
Rhea, you seem to be ignoring the fact that there is some sort of pudgy horned demon in his shadow and a rather strange looking kind of menacing shield on that wall right there.
Roll a persuasion check.
Where is persuasion? Oh god, I'm not a persuasive character. Nat 20.
Nice.
-1.
That's
Minus
awesome.
Okay. You see her go, that is a little suspicious, but I know Thavius is a good man, but Thavius, what is with the shadow? He just doesn't really reply.
Sir, we're not going to let you leave here until you give us an answer that is not a lie.
Well,
I'm gonna walk into the room as well.
yeah, feel free if you guys, anyone who's trying to or would like to walk in the room may.
I'm gonna have Cleo kind of sneak in because I want to get her close.
Okay.
I think Bonnie stays where she can see if anyone's coming in either direction.
Okay. Well, what do you want to know?
Who are you really?
Thavius Krieg.
Why does your shadow not match?
I don't know if you would believe me if I told you.
You might be surprised.
So might you.
Give us a shot.
Roll an intimidation or persuasion check.
I am not particular. Actually, they're the same. I'm going to go with persuasion.
Okay.
Same.
Oh. It was almost an 18, but then it landed on a 5 for a total of 8.
19.
Yeah, with the 19, he goes, "Oh, well, it's kind of my fault."
Elaborate.
The whole city going away thing.
How is that your fault?
You don't understand. I didn't have a choice. The times were desperate. There was this vampire that had captured the city, and there was nothing I could do. Eltrell was going to fall. I had to get help.
Who did you get help from?
I made a deal.
With the devil.
Yes.
Raven literally face palms.
For the city.
Yes.
To save yourself?
To save the city. I thought I'd be able to get out of it before, I don't know, this.
Do you know the price of making deals with devils? One that you might not necessarily have to pay.
Oh, trust me. And he looks back at the shadow. I can assure you it's one that I have to pay.
All right, so go ahead. Sorry.
That's okay.
And the price is approximately 70,000 souls.
Oh. That's so many people.
Gonna cast Lesser Restoration through Cleo. Not that I think it'll do any good, but nothing.
No.
Can Bonnie hear this conversation in the hall?
Every word of it, yeah.
Bonnie leans in the room, but she's not really going to linger because she really is trying to keep her eye on things. She says, Flavius, we all have to make decisions, political decisions, good ones, bad ones, when you're in a position of authority. It would be very difficult for any of us to understand, and we want to. Flavius, the details we need to know, and I think you need to tell us. But tell us now quickly, if you can. How did you end up here, dear?
I knew that she decided it was time to exact her payment.
So it was the lady of the house here that has to do with your shadow that made this deal with you?
No. The lady here didn't. When I say she exacted her payment, yes. I don't mean the lady of the house.
Who do you mean, Flavius?
I mean the lady of Avernus. Zariel.
Deal with the lady of Avernus.
Zariel?
She offered a deal I thought would be helpful. Elturel and Zariel go way back. I thought that we could do something.
But how did you end up in this room?
When I found out the city was going, I took the shield as I thought it could help and left for here. And they caught me.
Flavius.
So here I am.
That shield, as I look across the room as clearly as I can see, it doesn't look like a friendly or a good shield. It looks a tad ominous. What are you saying? Is it good, Flavius, or bad?
It's powerful. It says it's good.
Do you know the truth of it?
I thought I knew the truth of a lot of things.
Yes. A lot of us have been down that path.
I've seen your face before. Were you once a resident of Elturel?
I was, and I spoke to you once. I asked you for something.
Then I must apologize. I hoped I would be able to save it before the rent came due.
Well, I had left the city by that time because what I
Oh,
asked you
that's
for.
not what I'm apologizing for.
Oh? What are you apologizing for, Flavius?
Do you remember signing the book? And you do remember. It's a ritual that every resident of El Terrell must follow.
Of
You must
course I do.
sign a promise to protect the city at all costs, including with your life.
I do remember, Flavius, yes.
Well, that wasn't just a symbolic contract.
What do you mean, Flavius?
I promised her the souls of El Terrell. Of every resident of El Terrell. Of anyone
Raven moves closer to Bonnie, protectively.
Of anyone who signed the book.
You promised the souls of the people of El Terrell to Zariel, the Lady of Avernus?
Yes. Rhea drops her sword, drops to the ground, and weeps.
And the falling of the city was the recapturing of the souls?
Of many of them.
But those of us who have left,
When your
We are
time
still-
comes,
we are still owed.
you have been spoken for.
Neil has been silent for most of this, and like genuine, like completely in character, in silence. Neil looks at this guy dead in the eye. And what do you, Mr. Krieg, expect to receive in return for that amount of souls?
It's been the last 150 years. The city has been prosperous. It has been safe. No evil thing has been allowed to enter. And again, certainly, Bonnie, you would be aware of this, and it's a DC 12 check for anyone else, history, that there is a light at the center of the city called the Companion. And as long as the light of the Companion glows, no undead can exist within the city of El Terrell. It is a perpetual day. It is a holy place. It is part of the appeal of the city.
Nat 20 on history.
Yeah, so you remember all that. You knew all that, which makes complete sense that you would know that.
So, Mr.
Yeah.
Krieg, what you tell me, and you tell my colleagues here, is that my friend is promised to hell because of you.
Yes.
Then tell me, why are you still standing alive here in front of me?
And he cries too.
This is hard
It's
to
like,
hear.
if I deserved it, I'm trying to fix it. And he just like blubbers.
Is he human?
Half elf.
Okay, that makes sense.
Very
Thank
old
you.
half elf. Yep.
I don't mean to interrupt everyone. I haven't heard anything you've said for the last 5 or 6 minutes. But there appears to be a shield on the wall offering me some kind of an interesting deal, and I'm not sure if I should take it.
Flavius, you were looking for this shield. Can you shed any light on that situation?
I wasn't looking for it. I brought it with me. It's been in the city for ages.
And what is its story, Flavius?
Trapped celestial, needs to go to the Nine Hells, and it keeps promising me it will rescue El Terrell.
Flavius, what did it say to you?
That.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Phoenix, what did it say to you?
Pretty much
I get
that.
the words wrong. It's a problem I have. I mean to say one thing, and then I say something else. So I do apologize.
Yes, me too. I kept getting mixed up with this tiefling. Something about the...
Tieflings and furbolgs, they can be very
something
confusing.
about that,
Yes, excuse me, didn't mean to say Raven, apologize. What did it say to you, Phoenix?
Well, first off, it said that I was a terrible father, which is true. And then it said that it could grant me everything I ever wanted, which was curious. We had a bit of an epistemological question about the nature of want, which
likes to do that.
It seemed to me to be a bit fraught because, it's sort of like a post hoc justification for action that I find a mite curious. Sort of like you don't know if it's right action until you've already done it, but then how can that be a particularly effective methodology for, guiding future action, whatever. But basically it's promising me like power and stuff if I pick it up and go to rescue Baldur or something. I don't know.
Hold on to that thought just a moment, Phoenix. You say you missed the conversation. Let me bring you into it. This person standing here for 150 years has had peace and light in El Turel because he was busily promising the souls of the inhabitants to Zariel, the Lady of Avernus. And apparently my soul is owed to her now. And you're telling me that something on a wall somewhere told you that it would help you. And this person here is saying he thinks it will help save El Turel. Could I encourage you, Phoenix, to investigate that further? Because I think actually it might help me. And Bonnie is breathing heavily by that point. She's been pretty calm, okay? But she's starting to get a little edgy.
How high up is this shield off the wall?
Robbie,
it's
given
like chest height.
Given Raven's backstory, how much does she know about Celestials?
A little bit, but not like the basics of them. You've certainly studied about them, some of the major types of Celestials. I don't think you've ever met one that you're aware of.
Okay.
She's beside Bonnie, practically trembling at the idea of Celestials, and because of what this guy has done, sacrificing others to keep a city safe is hitting a little close to home.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Bonnie, you're telling me that this guy made a deal, and it went south well after the fact. I mean, it's sort of like it was good for a while, and then it went bad, yeah?
Yes, apparently the city has fallen because this Zariel is now collecting her souls.
Right.
So
And
she
then,
took everyone in the city.
and then
but
he
that wasn't all
brought
of
the
it.
shield with him.
The shield had been in the city,
Yeah.
is that correct?
And then
Correct.
and then I'm supposed to make a deal with the shield. I guess I was already a little gun shy on the whole concept, but it's sort of like this guy maybe is not a fabulous sort of determiner of deal goodness. So it just gives me a bit of a pause. I can certainly understand why you might be frantically concerned with your particular situation. Oh.
Well, I would not ask you. I'm not asking you to do anything, Phoenix. I'm just saying, could you investigate it a little bit further?
I do have one thing I want to do real quick. Phoenix would like to just walk up to this guy and kick him as hard as I can in the nuts.
Oh yeah, he falls over.
Just absolutely.
And yeah, he falls over, and he just says, "I'd say I deserve worse, but I'm getting worse."
And then Phoenix will spit on him while he's down.
Yeah.
And it smells like old beer and probably periodontal disease.
Cleo reacts to Raven's anger and strikes, bites him.
Yeah. I mean, fair. I mean, it hits.
So one whole little thing of poisoning.
Yeah. He's just kind of sitting there. He's alive, but he's not healthy. He's not fighting back.
All right. Now,
Take
the
out
thing is,
all of our anger on this man.
Yes, I understand that, and I think I have as much right to be angry as anyone here. However, we are in a situation now where we are in a very dangerous place with very dangerous people, and I think we would all like to survive. And if I'm going to hell, I'd just as soon not take the rest of you with me. What we need to figure out here is what we need to do. What was your thought, Flavius? Were you headed for Inverness to confront this person with that shield? Is that what you were thinking?
Maybe.
Well,
I
let's
don't
make a
know.
plan.
Yeah.
I was.
What was plan A before being in this sewer hole? It seems like the sewer hole is a deviation from the original plan. So what was the original plan?
I didn't get that far.
But what were you planning to do?
Do what the shield told me to do. So I guess get to Avernus. But,
That brings me actually to my question. So you came here to escape the city with the shield. What does all of this have to do with Lady Vanthophere? Why are you in here? Did she lock you in here?
Oh yes.
She locked you in here.
aren't...
So you're here against your will.
Well, you don't know. She's beholden to the lady as well.
Haha, that answers so many questions. Do you have any evidence of this? Other than
Yes, let
what
me
you've heard?
pull all of the evidence from around me. Yes, obviously. Well, I
Look.
do have evidence of the contract. It's in the puzzle box with Thirstwell.
Ah, great.
In
So
the
it'd be
puzzle
helpful to get
box
that.
with Thirst. So one of her kids is in a box?
Well, no, I don't think so.
He
the
has the
contract-
puzzle box. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I
The prepositions got a little squirrely with that one.
I'm not smart enough to open the. I'm not smart enough to open the box, and they were hoping that maybe Thirstwell might be. He's one of those intelligently minded.
So wait, the contract, your contract, is in the box.
Our contract.
So you and her, the lady of this house.
Oh no! Excuse me. Our being the royal we, the city of Elturel, and I.
I don't think
I
you
would-
have any
I would-
right to use that anymore.
Yes, that is exactly what I would say. I would say that you are the only
You
one who knows anything about this contract.
made the
Everybody
deal.
else is unaware, and so it is not theirs. It is yours.
You want me to
All
kick
of
him
that
again?
is on you.
I could kick him
I-
again.
At this
Kind of
point,
would.
if anyone
I hate to tell
notices
you.
Neil, he is the anger level of Neil. He's he's actually starting to
Thavius
you
is
can
kind of
see there's definitely something going on with Neil.
crawling backwards up against the wall, and he's like, well, you say that, but it is the way the contract works is that, at least to my understanding, it is everyone who is bound to Elturel. And all the
Did
citizens...
you warn them that they would be bound when you asked them to sign your book? This
I
is
didn't-
your fault, not theirs.
Oh, well, yes, it is my fault, but it's not just my problem. Those are two
No,
separate issues.
You made it everybody else's problem, you selfish prick.
Yes, I did.
With no thought of the future, you old elven...
I thought I could solve it by now, but I couldn't even get to the contract to see if there was a loophole.
So Lady Vanthophere is helping you?
She said she was.
But she's locked you in here.
Also, yes.
Is this city in the same danger of going poof?
I mean, probably
When
not.
Lady Vanthophere has control of the city, I think that her lady might like a few more souls.
Okay, so we got to take the lady down, clearly. Or at least make it so she can't get control. Do you know if she's the reason that Ulda Ravengard went to Elturel?
Yeah.
So she's... Okay. I have a couple of thoughts. None of them are particularly flattering to you, to be honest. I think that we need to take this man and lock him up somewhere that's not here, because he's a witness, he has evidence, or at least knows where it is. As much as I'd like to put a few holes in him, I think, unfortunately, he's kind of useful.
You see Rhea stand up, grab her sword. She takes a step forward. She takes another step forward.
Rhea, dear, what are you doing?
Someone stop her.
Phoenix is going to get into...
Don't. Phoenix. Let justice be served.
Rhea, we're not sure we have all the information that we need. Please don't be rash.
No, I think we need to ask more questions. I think we've only skimmed the surface.
I agree. We need to find the puzzle box. And we need to figure out what's going on. But we don't need him!
Somebody with hold person, maybe cast hold person.
I'm willing to give it a whirl.
She's just pointing the sword at the moment. She hasn't struck. Please, let's... Phoenix, you know! Do it!
Neil, I think we need a tiny witness.
She takes a step away again.
Listen, you know I have no problem cutting this man in half.
Which is why you should.
I'm just...
Or even better, if you won't let me do it. As a sworn knight of El Terrell, whose soul is also beholden. I think I have the right.
Sure. I'm just... Is there any... What are the consequences of doing... Like, there's the ideal of what is justice, and then there's the reality of what happens if we meet it out here in this particular moment.
Why would we need him?
Well, that's what I'm asking the question. I want us to brainstorm for just a second. Take a moment to just sort of think about those implications before we,
Exactly. We just need the contract. We grab the contract, we kill him, and we be done with it.
We may need him, dear, in order to get the contract.
He just said he couldn't get the contract. He said he was too dumb, which makes sense.
Do I still hear the shield at all?
Oh, yeah. No. It has been constantly just in the back of your head, little pricks of, I understand your distrust. I wouldn't trust me either.
Okay.
But in times of desperation, we must all do what it takes. And Phoenix, you always struck me as someone who would take the reasonable risk, or sometimes even the unreasonable risk.
Hey, what's your name, friend?
You can call me the Hidden Lord.
Okay, yeah, that's a no. All right.
Robbie, what was the name of her god again?
Tyr?
Tyr?
Or was it Torm?
It was
I'll go with Tyr.
Yeah.
And I interrupted Temperance. I'm sorry I did that. Did Temperance get to finish their thought?
I honestly don't even remember what it was at this point.
I'm so sorry. And
No,
you
it's
also
not your
froze
fault.
for a minute. So.
Yeah, I know I froze. It doesn't help.
You may be from Entrell, but you are a paladin of Tyr. His souls cover all of the material plane, and if this city is in trouble, we need every help we can get. Stop thinking with your hurt feelings and start thinking like a paladin.
I am. I'm thinking of justice.
Yeah, I mean, that is famously sort of paladin stuff.
Well, I really can't hold her forever, so...
I knew different paladins, apparently.
Yeah, I'm not really... Okay, here's another question. If we cut this guy in half, does the weird devil in his shadow pop out and attack us? That's like just sort of another real immediate concern.
What do you mean? That is me.
I beg your pardon?
Ever since I made the deal, that bastard has followed me around, or that sign of my true self.
Oh, I see. What I see that we can use him for, literally, is to walk back up in that house with him in front of us and go to
Oh
the
no,
woman
no,
of the
I'm
house.
not leaving. No, no.
I beg your pardon.
No, 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 absolutely not. No, I don't think you understand. We will trade Baldur's Gate for El Terrell. It is a larger prize. The lady will free El Terrell once we deliver Baldur's Gate to her.
I just
Well,
want
that
to
is
check.
just
Now that he's vocalized that, can I just check in with Shield Boy? Hey, real quick, was that your plan also?
No. No, that was not. I just need to once I am free, then I can start helping you. That's on him.
All right, all right.
I pipe up again, and I'm still kind of like at this kind of like almost rage point. And Neil takes his hat off and puts it in his pouch. Are you telling me that your plan is to trade Baldur's Gate for Elturel? Is that what I'm hearing, Thaddeus Krieg?
Of course, yes, and it's quite an unfair trade. As Elturel is worth many times what Baldur's Gate is, but
Okay, I'm
oh,
probably going to do an action here that's going to be disliked because I'm not the paladin and I'm not the retributionist. But Neil mutters the darkest insult that he has in Goblin that I don't even think Bonnie would know the insult.
no, but Raven kind of gasps.
Wait, did Neil just do the equivalent of taking out his earrings before a fight?
Yeah. And he well then I'm just gonna double check here. He mutters an incantation just quite quietly, and you assume that you've not heard him mutter this before, and he literally just grasps his hand, and I'm gonna cast Sapping Sting on Thavius,
Okay,
which is
what
a
kind of check?
Constitution
Con save?
saving throw.
Okay.
Seeing him start to do this and understanding what it was that Thavius
That's a
has
fail.
actually said.
So
Bonnie
he
turns her
takes
back.
he takes 4 necrotic damage and drops to his knees.
He was already on his butt, but
Well, he's prone. Well, he's
Yeah.
fully prone.
okay, yeah, as he falls over.
I just step over like super slow, just walk over to him. Tell me again. You traded how many lives for Elturel?
The first time, $70,000.
I do it again.
Bonnie has her back turned, except on her way turning around, she glanced over at
It's
Rhea
another
and
fail.
said, "Do what you will." And Bonnie has turned away.
That's 3 necrotic
Okay.
damage. And how many lives were you willing to trade from Baldur's Gate to bring Elturel back?
He looks up at you. Every one of your wretched, disgusting, scummy souls to get the good people of Elturel back, and then he spits in your face.
Temperance just crosses her arms and leans against the wall and watches.
And he utters an incantation that you've heard him do before. He takes a step back, And could he make a Constitution saving throw again?
Probably not. The way he's rolling, he rolled a 4 and a 5. Okay, that's an 18. So.
Ooh. Okay. Wait. So he takes 9 force damage as I magnify the gravity around his body.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, keeping track of HP.
You want some help, Neil?
I'm not sure I do, Phoenix.
Just don't burn too many spell slots. We might have to fight everybody upstairs.
He hasn't used any.
I've used one.
Oh, you used one. Okay.
Yeah. Neil just turns to Rhea and says, I think I'll leave this one to you.
She'll look around to everybody else before doing anything.
Raven's walked away.
Just real quick, Phoenix kicks him in the nuts again. Just has to get one last
Amazing.
little indignity on top, okay?
I'm taking my snake and going home.
You see her. So as Phoenix, you step aside. She stands here. You were a good man. And he just said, I gave everything for Elter. And then that's when his head hits the floor.
Phoenix grabs the head and the body, drags them over to the sewer water, and just sort of...
Well, we might want to keep the head. Just saying.
Search the pocket. This is receipt. Search the pocket.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I
He
didn't
had
think
nothing on him. Yeah, he didn't have anything on him.
Raven
That
is
was-
kind of
Temperance saying, keep the head.
Raven's kind of separated herself, and she's like got her tail in her hands, and kind of playing or rubbing or whatever her horns, and just sort of lost.
When Bonnie hears the body hit the water, she glances towards Phoenix and says, What are you going to do about the shield, Phoenix?
See, and here's the thing. It's like it's offer. It's just barking up the wrong tree. It's like offering me redemption in the form of making all the same mistakes I already made.
Then you'll hear it literally ask you, okay, then why not go down in a blaze of greater glory, wielding the sword of a celestial?
But I'm just like, if you were
Or
in
the-
my head and you were
the shield of a
as good as you
celestial.
said you were, like you would have known that like was the tack to take in the first place. So now
You
I
could
have
also,
to like
you
question.
could, I will say, you could read this as the DM misunderstanding your interpretations as well.
Well, okay.
I will put that out there as well.
Phoenix. The thing
Yeah.
is talking to you. It is not talking to me. I would risk everything that I ever have been or could be to save all of those souls and all of the souls. And if I have to go to hell to do it, I'll do it. Do you have so much in front of you that looks fun or worthy that you wouldn't want to at least try?
Bonnie, what I'm getting at is I'm trying to suss out to see if I can avoid making the same kind of dumbass decision and he sort of looks at the body blurbling through the sewage, as that guy. Like,
I do understand.
So,
sorry, go on.
It's when extra players get involved, everything ain't always as it seems. But
well, I think you saw what happened to him. What if we all promise you that if your shadow gets wonky, we'll do the same thing to you that they just did to him? Would that make you feel better?
Okay, I'm gonna have a couple of rolls that I want people to do.
okay.
Neil, roll me a religion check. Phoenix, roll me a history or insight check. And Bonnie, I need the same, history or insight.
It's a 12 on religion.
That's actually going to be enough. You know that devils cannot enforce anything without an actual signed contract. So even worst case scenario, they cannot steal your soul without a signed contract, which is why, if in terms of Eltrell, they made them sign a book. So as long as Phoenix doesn't sign on a dotted line, even if this thing is lying, it could not take his soul without a signed contract. Okay, Phoenix, what did you...
I did burn chat inspiration for a total of 12 on an insight check.
For an insight, okay. So
Bonnie rolled it. Oh, excuse me.
Let's say, so Phoenix, with that 12, you remember back to the letter that your son wrote to you, and that he had just joined the Holy Knights of Elturel.
Yeah, no, he remembered that. He's been aware of that the whole time.
Yeah, well, you put the dots together that would mean his soul
no, he
too.
put those dots together immediately.
Okay, cool.
Those dots have been firmly connected since we walked in
And
here.
Bonnie, yours?
23.
Yeah, your son as well.
My son signed a book also. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, Bonnie, stands by what she said. We'll kill you if you go wrong if you want us to.
While they're talking out in the sewer hallway, I think Temperance would walk right up to the shield to get a closer look at it.
Yeah. You can pull it up. If you look on Roll20, you can click under your handouts and get a close-up look at what it is if you want to pull that up again. Or I'll just put it to everyone up again. There you go.
Okay.
You can make it bigger.
Do I get any sort of celestial infernal vibe off of it? Like, could I
make a religion check, but this is going to be exceptionally difficult.
I figured. My giant +0 to religion. It's a 19.
Yeah, unfortunately, even with a 19, this thing is being intentionally obtuse. You can see both infernal and celestial motifs in the shield. So you are getting celestial and infernal ties, but you're seeing both.
Both. Okay.
Together? Celestial and infernal together?
They are both
Like
on here.
intermingled, yeah.
Ooh. Raven hasn't noticed that yet.
I would pull my hat back out of my pouch, put it back on, tuck my ears back in. I just kind of look around the door and say, Bonnie, I think we've got ourselves into a bit of a big adventure. Now, I am aware, in terms of contracts, I'm not sure where I learned this, but in terms of contract, you can only make a deal with the devil if it's signed. So as long as you don't sign anything, Phoenix, then I think we're fine. And I think in terms of the shield, it's very kooky looking, but I could certainly take a look at it and see if I can identify anything from it. But truthfully, I just want to go back home right now.
Oh, Neil, so do I.
Well, okay. One last quick thing. Phoenix wants to dig into his bag for that Hellfire Ikawa thing, and just look at the markings on it and the markings on the shield. Am I getting any?
Percepstigation check.
Oh boy, I think it's +1 perception, maybe. Oh no, +3. I'm proficient. Okay. 30, 21.
Yeah, so there are some markings that are going to be similar, but that kind of goes back to what
Yeah, it's both. Okay.
what we saw before. You see both.
Can I take a closer look at the chests in the room too after you're done?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in that. We'll get to that in a bit.
Okay.
Would I think anyone else in this crew has proficiency with this thing? This Hellfire device?
Maybe McReese. But you usually are only wooden shields usually. But
No. I'm talking about the dagger.
oh, the Ikawa?
Yeah.
Everyone. It's a simple weapon.
Okay.
So wait, not everyone.
Anyone with
But Rhea and Raven could both use it.
Oh. Hey, Raven.
Oh, actually, no. It's not simple weapons. It's just a couple specific ones. It's literally just you.
Just me. All right. Well, they don't necessarily have to be proficient, I guess. Phoenix is gonna walk down to Neil. I guess no. Neil walked over to us. Neil, I need a favor.
Yes. Thanks.
If I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna pick up that dumbass shield. If things go bad, and he pulls out the Hellfire Ikawa, I need you to kill me with this.
Well,
it's a last resort. It's a last resort. It's not like step one.
It's not that I wouldn't, if that were the situation. However, I think we probably have quite well established at this point that I'm not particularly skilled when it comes to weaponry. And you very much are.
Right, I hear you.
But I could certainly do some other things.
I know it's got to be this thing, but get the crew to help you. Just the last shot's got to be from this.
Right. I mean, at least let me do some identification on the shield.
Oh
first
no, it'll.
before you,
Well, sure, that's fine. Also, this
you,
will suck my soul directly to hell, so that's kind of.
Sorry?
That if I get killed with this thing, he sort of waves it around liberally. It will suck my soul directly to hell.
That should probably be placed somewhere quite safe.
What do you mean? It's been in my backpack this whole time. That's pretty safe. Have y'all been getting in my backpack?
Not with a 50-foot pole.
Yeah, see?
I mean, I could certainly look after it if you would like me to. But it's a bit scary.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying if it goes... Sometimes magic things that can talk at people have negative effects on their personalities, let's say. And I know that I ain't all sunshine and roses, but, I don't trust myself to do it myself if things go bad. It might not be a choice I can make at that point. In which case, I need to outsource said choice.
I think that's fair. However, I will say that on this specific kind of situation, I know that you told us that we couldn't have paper trails,
Right.
but I think that we probably should for this, because if I kill you, and there's no paper trail for it, then everyone's going to just think that I've killed you. And I don't think that's particularly good.
Okay, yeah, I do hear that. Yeah.
But we could do that later.
I mean, you could just tell them I got a magic shield and it turned me crazy. And I mean, at that point, it's your word against, whose word? Because I'll be dead. I can't even defend myself at that point.
The thing you've got to remember here is as much as kind and as caring as I am, I'm still a goblin, and people don't generally tend to trust us.
That is a good point.
Very, very often.
The only thing I have to point out is you may be a goblin, but you are also a flaming fist.
I do have 2 badges.
Yeah. So you've only had the badges for a couple days, but you get used to it.
Well, I think we've come to an agreement. I think that's fair. However, before you actually spend any time doing whatever with this shield, I would like to try and identify it first. It doesn't mean I've got to do anything to it. It just means that
I ain't worried
all
about
I'm
that.
doing is just checking it over and making sure that there's nothing specifically sinister that I can pick up on.
No, yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't carry that thing, though. It's too big. I think you might have to carry it, though.
Okay.
Just put him on it like a sled.
And then I've dismissed conversation at that point, and I turned around to Temperance and go, Temperance, have you noticed that there is quite a number of chests or coffers in here?
Yes.
There might be some more gold, and that means we can get some more papers and inks for spells.
Yes, we should definitely go through them. There might be gold, there might be information, might be helpful things. And I'll start looking through the chests.
Okay. All right. A lot of stuff. Most of it is just money, which I will send to you later. But the interesting thing comes in the 5th chest. When you open it up, Temperance, you see this beautiful curved ivory dagger. It has a bone hilt. It's wrapped with leather. It's studded gemstones, but it's shattered in 2. You can see that across this is written a word in Draconic.
I do not speak Draconic, sadly.
Nope, that's Druidic. Dyslexic kicks in again.
Just Dwarven
Darn
for
D
me.
words. I'm gonna pick up the pieces and scoop them into my satchel to save for later.
I'll get there's gold too, which you'll get the rest of that later.
Okay.
So now, how do we get out of here?
Well, I think we need to try to get that puzzle box.
Yeah, that seems important.
Yeah, and I'll tell you that right now, Phoenix, you would know that there is not enough evidence to do anything against Thamara. You just have words. You don't have any evidence.
Yeah.
And the person who said the words is floating down the sewer river.
If you wanted me to save the head, I would have, so I guess we have that. I don't know who wants to carry it. Or if I should put it in my bag.
I don't.
Strap it to the side of your backpack and bounce along.
It would be proof that he was here and that we found him locked up.
And also
in a
anybody
room?
with Speak with Dead could maybe,
Does that work on just a head?
Sure.
I think so, yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that Temperance was necessarily thinking of that so much as just the physical evidence of him being here behind a locked door.
Actually, Phoenix will tie it to his thing. It's gross and disgusting, and he understands that no one else is going to want it.
There. We probably have like a sack or something from the chests we can put it in and then so it's not just a head dangling off your backpack.
Yeah.
Bonnie would cough up her tea towel she always keeps attached to her apron. She doesn't want to give it to Phoenix,
Okay.
but she would.
No, I think we've got some bags here that holding golden things that we could probably use. You can keep your tea towel. I don't think you'd want it anywhere near this.
Do we go back up there through that house?
I think
Or
we're
do we
gonna
go
have
through
to.
the sewer looking for another way out and try again another day?
No, I think we got to go upstairs and
The minute they
do what we got to do here.
Then let's-
I am leaning towards, what was it, Leroy? Your that old commander you were talking about?
Yeah.
I think his tactics might be.
Oh,
Kind
no, I
of
want to
our
make it
only
clear.
option.
Leroy was not a commander. He was a street urchin in a roving gang of youths.
Oh, I must
That
have
I was a part
misheard.
of.
Pardon me.
And it's all his fault. Okay, so yeah, it's a long story. It's his fault that we killed the tyrant. He got into a fight with the guards, and then things got out of hand, and everyone was much happier with him dead. The tyrant, that is. But it is Leroy's fault we had to do it all.
Well, I think we have to go do it again. Let's go.
But that is
I've
sort of the
got,
thing that started me on my pathway towards.
It isn't just the flaming
Adventuring.
fist anymore. It's a few people we have to rescue. So let's get on with it.
Yeah, seeing no other real option, Phoenix takes the shield off the wall.
All right, I'm going to shoot
disappears
you
in a
a
puff of
message
smoke.
in Discord
Oh
real quick.
boy.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh, fun. While that's happening, I'll just say that Temperance, after hearing about all of everything, all the people and the trade he wanted to make for even more people and all of the innocent lives at stake, she's like dissociating quite a bit. Like,
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh.
the storm, I think the
There.
storm's hitting
I'm
you
back?
a little.
Yeah,
Am I
you
back?
froze for a second.
You're
Yeah.
back.
okay. Yeah, there's the storm rolling through. So I was just saying that Temperance, you guys would notice that she's just like no emotion. She's just dissociating quite a bit after hearing about all the stuff.
And I
All the
think
stuff. All
All
the
right, there you go,
victims.
Pixel.
Bonnie's the same, Bonnie usually tries to be little Mary Sunshine and put a smile on it and listen to people and be kind and whatever. Bonnie is almost frozen, moving, doing, but
So you guys make your way back up the stairs, and as you get into the kitchen, you do hear a light scratch, 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 coming from the door over here.
Do they have a Weasley in their kitchen?
I believe they do.
Scratch, 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 scratch,
Yeah.
scratch, scratch.
Somebody put the cat up so the cockroach could make a run for it.
He seemed like a nice Tressium. Was that the name?
A Tressim?
Yes.
To trust him.
Oh, they're these like winged
Yes. Yes, it
cat-like
was.
creatures.
It was very
They're quite
friendly.
uppity sometimes.
Do you think I should
Friendly
let
as
it out?
long as you're not a cockroach.
Well, if we let it out, maybe that could be the distraction. Maybe we could send it upstairs or something. Do you want me to open the door? It was very fond of me.
Do any of us know anything about this creature?
No, but I mean, if you know what you know about
Can
cats,
I-
how do you think your cat would feel if you locked it in a room for an hour? Like how would it feel?
Can I
Laying down
do
and
like an
taking a nap.
Arcana check to see if I know anything specifically about Tressims? Because obviously I know that
Yeah,
you
for
have
sure.
some. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I gotta move everyone. That was
What kind of shape
that's
is
only
the
a
cook
12.
in? Is the cook?
The cook's unconscious, but perfectly healthy. Yeah, you don't know much
Well.
specifically about Tressiums. Just what they are, basics about them.
Just
That they
a
have
winged
some-
cat.
Yeah, that they're you would also know that they're more intelligent than regular cats. So, but you don't know how intelligent they are. Just more than a regular cat.
I mean,
Well,
if
he
we're going
talked to-
upstairs
no, wait.
and it's sorry.
Did he? He talked
It
to
talked.
me too. Yeah, he
Yeah.
talks.
If we're going upstairs, and that's the family pet, we should probably leave it in there. as much as I don't like the idea, because I can't think for the life of me how awful it must have felt if Jaff was left alone in a room. So, but I think we should probably leave it in there for now.
Right. Shall we?
Feel
I
free to
need
move your
hit
characters.
something.
Are we going upstairs?
I
Yep.
think we should.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
but I think because we know about the puzzle box, maybe our goal is changed slightly. I think we want to go for the brother that we
This
think
one,
has
right?
the puzzle box, which we think is this room, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Give me just a second here.
You want me to walk upstairs with the drinks and the thing and
Nope.
try to be a
We're just-
diversion, or we're just gonna
I
go?
think we're just gonna go. I think
I
we should
think-
just go.
Yeah, I think Phoenix takes one of the as we're going through the kitchen, takes one of the drinks and just pours it on the ground and says, "Pour one out for Leroy," and gets ready to charge up the stairs.
Yeah. Raven is going to go ahead before anybody so they don't get caught up. And she is going to go ahead and cast Earth Tremor.
Okay. All right. With that, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Initiative. Whoops. No, I want you to roll.
Or
Oh,
she's just
God.
going to hang back and wait because she's like a 4.
I also got a 4.
That's a 16 for Phoenix.
Okay. I'll roll for Rhea.
Well, you like to ask us, right? Or
I'll just double check because it comes up through here. 4 for Raven,
Yep.
4 for Temperance,
Yep.
10 for Rhea, 16 for Phoenix, 9 for Bonnie.
yes.
Temperance, Raven, which of you are going first?
I got a 20.
Why aren't you? Oh. Hold on. I'm going to need those rolls again. Hold on to them. I forgot that I accidentally had Neil Hold on.
We mustn't have an unkneel. We must have a fully kneeled kneel.
And while you're doing that, I have a quick question about
Mhm.
the potion of fire breath.
Yes.
It says after drinking this potion, you can use a bonus action to exhale fire. So drinking the potion is an action, and exhaling fire is a bonus action.
Correct.
Cool.
Okay, and I have a question. I don't think we've ever answered.
Mm-hmm.
The top of the stairs, between the top of the stairs and the big black room, there is a little brown line. Is that line a banister or a wall?
Banister.
So it's
Oh, you mean
interesting
this
how
one
they
that
never
Neil's
noticed
next
this,
to?
isn't it? So they could have a chance to see us as we come up the stairs, and we can see them from being on the stairs.
Correct. Well, at least these two would. Yeah.
Yes.
You were you were rolling good enough stealth before they didn't. Okay.
right.
Neil, you're up.
Am I allowed to have pre-cast mage armor on myself? Is
Yeah,
that
you knew
okay?
this fight was
So
coming.
bonus. Yeah.
Yeah, you knew this fight was
Um,
coming.
Oh, yeah. In
That
that case,
takes
can I go
one.
ahead and pre-drink the potion of fire breathing?
Yeah.
Dark skin.
Hell yeah.
I actually had mage armor up already.
Yeah, I do too. It's my apron.
Nope, I don't have that prepared, so never mind.
Earth tremor.
Nah, bark skin.
That's a cantrip. The one she was using.
That's an always prepared, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. Oh goodness me, I'm having issues with buttons. I would step so, and I'm putting myself a little at risk here.
Mm-hmm.
So I can kind of see these three here.
You right there. You would not, because that is a level below. You are at the bottom of the stairs.
Sorry, I'm more me. I know that it's just a placement. I'm like trying to be like on the top edge of the stairs.
Gotcha. Okay, I see now.
So like
Gotcha.
in between those
Yep.
two.
Nope. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yep. That's fine.
So I want to. I'm going to cast magnify gravity on those 3, which
Yeah,
is
hold on.
I think it should fit. I'm just gonna double check.
It should.
It's 10 foot.
Yeah, that'll fit easy.
Yeah, that fits all 3 of them. So he pulls out the spoon,
Fail.
from the wooden spoon from his hilt, and
Succeed.
mutters an incantation, and they all need to make a Constitution saving throw. I am casting it at 2nd level.
Okay, green fails. The other 2 succeed somehow with a 15 and a
Okay.
16.
Can I use a luck point to
Yeah, which one?
get one of them to re-roll?
Which one?
Which one?
Or purple and orange both succeeded.
Let's go for orange.
14.
DC is 13, so
Should
it
be
still
13,
saves.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So each one. That's right. I need to roll the damage. So the damage is the full damage is 14, and halved for
7. Got it.
Actually, let's take that to 16. I'm going to use Fury of the Small as well.
Okay.
So let's give it an extra 2 damage.
Okay.
And the one that failed is half movement.
You got it. Well, the one that failed is dead.
Oh, okay.
As you
Well,
see
there you
him
go.
literally, as you see Neil do that, and Neil, you watch as his head spins around 360.
Nice.
Brutal.
Okay. Phoenix.
Bonus action rage.
You got it?
Hang on, I gotta mark that off. And then, is it difficult terrain going up the stairs?
Nope, regular train. It'd be difficult train moving through your allies' space through Raven, but you could slip past Neil. Yeah.
All right, I'm going right here, and
Perfect.
I am gonna attack probably red. I think makes
got
the
it.
most sense. This is reckless as always.
Mm-hmm.
Bam, bam. Dirty 20.
Roll damage.
There it is. Okay, sorry, I screwed up my overlay for a second. Okay.
How much damage?
16.
Cool. Yeah, you just lop head. Completely off. All right, they're all surprised. It is Rhea's turn. She is going to take her Yikawa. Not a Hellfire one, just a regular one.
Phoenix's eye.
It's actually going to stand right there. And she is going to throw it at Blue. I think that misses.
11 to hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that misses. Let me double check their AC.
Probably like 16.
Yes,
17.
definitely miss. Yeah. Nope. Okay, that is her turn though. Because she's not going to waste a spell. Bonnie!
Hey, Bonnie's gonna race up the stairs to where she can see. She probably gets the blue one in sight first, so I think she's gonna toss an Eldritch Blast at the
Roll the
blue
hit.
one. And her Eldritch Blast, oh, wrong place. Her Eldritch Blast is the one that kind of looks like she's doing a thing with her with her spatula, holds it out, and it almost bursts like the burner on a gas stove as it races over and hopefully sears our friend in blue.
Okay.
That is a 7.
No.
You have
Bonnie,
inspiration if you want to burn it.
That is true.
I'm just saying, I'm definitely going to burn my inspiration. And as a
Okay.
matter of fact, let's see, I have chat inspiration. I also have DM inspiration. Thank you very much, DM. So I'm going to use my chat inspiration, and I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
Oh, 23 this
A
time.
little bit better. That does
There
hit.
it
Roll
is.
damage.
Okay.
Nice.
That 3 that I get for the extra damage, is that already figured in?
It's
this
already
one?
figured in, yeah. Mhm.
Okay. 9 points of damage.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, he's hurting.
Okay. That is my turn. I
Raven.
don't think I have any bonus.
Bonus action shillelagh on my staff.
You got it.
I am going to blue.
Yeah, you can get right next to him, I think. Okay.
And she is going to take a swing with her staff.
You got it.
Wait, do I swing that as shillelagh?
Yeah, it's Shillelagh.
Yes.
You cast Shillelagh.
Okay, there we go. And I'm going to use my chat inspiration and
Yeah.
re-roll that.
Yeah, 9 will not hit.
21.
Does hit. Roll damage.
7.
Yeah, as you cave his skull in.
Ooh.
Was that Raven's first kill of the campaign?
Yep.
Yeah.
Temperance.
She is all in her feelings.
I'm gonna go running up the stairs so I can get some people in line of sight, and I can just make it just there against the wall. And I'm going to also cast an Eldritch Blast at the orange guy.
So you could actually make it right here or right here if you wanted to on the other side.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you cut across the other direction.
That's okay. I'll make it there then.
Okay.
Just
Roll
make
the
it
hit.
everybody clogged up on the top of the stairs. All right, that is a 7. I'm also going to use my chat inspiration.
Might as well.
For 14.
Nope, still no.
Oh, boo. And then I'm gonna bonus action cast spiritual weapon,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put it right in between the 2
Got it.
that are left.
All right. Well, that is happening. We are at the top for Neil again.
So, sorry, orange has been damaged and blue has been damaged.
Everyone has
purple
been damaged. Blue is dead.
Everyone.
The other 2 are damaged and hurt.
Okay. So I'm gonna step further in. And I'm gonna wait, actually I should probably check. I think that is less. Oh. Nope.
Cast Fireball centered on self. Got it.
Yeah, that's literally all that was about to be there. So he steps over here and you see him mutter the same incantation that he did downstairs and move his hand in the same way.
Mhm.
And I'm going to cast Sapping Sting on purple. I need a con save, please.
No. Roll damage. Don't roll really bad.
That's 2.
I told you not to roll really bad. Yeah,
He's
alive.
also prone.
Okay.
He falls to his knees.
You got it. All right, Phoenix.
Okay, I think Fenix turns to Rhea and says, watch our back with the door and the stairs, before he
nods.
charges up. Okay, so what am I looking at here? What is this?
That's spiritual weapon,
Okay,
prone, and hurt.
okay. And then, yeah, I'm actually gonna kind of just, I think, ignore these guys. Can I open this door down here?
You
I assume
can.
other people can
Give me
deal
just a
with that.
second. Okay. As you rush into that room, you will see this figure. What? Oh, damn it. I thought I... Okay, hold on. Technical difficulties.
It's all good.
Do, 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 do.
We believe in you.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. You see this sickly figure.
God.
Oh, this feels
God.
mean.
Definitely not as scary as I was thinking.
Right? Oh crap! It's Littlefinger. Or no.
Okay.
Yep.
Kind of. Here, hold on. I'll put him on the map in just a second here.
I was thinking more of the one from House of the Dragon that likes the Queen's toes.
Oh, yeah, that weird dude. Don't like him.
Don't say toes on the internet.
Yeah.
When you're reading chat and there are 8,000 things rushing by, don't pick the one to sit
was
to
so
read
funny.
out loud that mentions that body part.
What did I miss?
Oh,
What
the
did I
other day in stream, Pixel, there were, the scene, we was just going like this.
They had a request.
Oh God.
Ah!
Oh! There's a
Let's
giant in
end
here. Oh no, never mind. He's normal sized. My eyes deceive me. Okay. How much action economy was it to open the door? Is that a full action or?
We'll call that a bonus. It wasn't locked, so
You burst through it.
yeah, basically.
Okay. I guess all I can do if that's my bonus, I can't spit fire breath. So can I use my action for that if I have to pick one?
I do let you do that. I do
Okay,
in fact let you
alright.
downgrade your action to a bonus action.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my action to open the door, and I'm gonna use the bonus action to spit the fire breath.
You could also do that. Yeah.
He needs to make a DC 13 Dex save versus
Okay,
4d6
that seems
damage.
unlikely for him.
He doesn't seem the most dexterous kind of guy.
This
But
might
then-
surprise you, but he is not a very healthy boy. Okay. Oh, yes, I see. Cool. -1.
Okay.
What's the DC again?
13.
Fail.
Beautiful. So Fenix kicks open the door and goes "Ooh, bathroom," and pretends to throw up, but spits fire at the guy.
Okay, cool.
And deals only 8 damage. I rolled
Okay,
2
he's
ones.
Oh damn.
Okay.
Wow.
That's movement, action, bonus action. That's it for Fenix.
Okay, as you walk away, hold on.
I hope I don't burn the puzzle box. That'd be real bad.
Yeah.
The
no
Infernal
kidding.
Contract probably can't burn, though. It's got to be protected from something that simple, right?
Maybe that's the way to get it out of the puzzle box.
Who knows? Either that or I've borked the whole campaign.
I don't know.
would be
We're
a-
having so much fun, we don't care.
I don't watch horror movies, yet I know the puzzle box is going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Saying that like the other stuff is.
I also have a horrible feeling I know who's going to be left with the puzzle box to figure it out.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, Fenix's Leroy plan is working out absolute aces right now, so.
That,
You're not
that
wrong.
highly, incredibly intellectual plan.
I mean, he's got a solid +0, you know?
Yep.
Same.
Okay,
got his-
sorry, I had to.
Same. We're not the most intelligent bunch.
Wait.
Maybe we should have just gone with this
Bonnie?
Leroy Jenkins plan from the
What-
beginning.
Okay, what is Bonnie's intelligence modifier?
Plus 17.
No.
Or a 2.
What?
Or it could have been a 2. Maybe I
Plus-
said the
plus
wrong
2,
number.
Okay.
Like,
What did Bonnie's mention? We didn't even know it.
Wait, so your intelligence modifier is +2.
Yes.
You
Oh, I don't
reckless-
know. Let me look. Intelligence. No,
you did
it's
not
plus
recklessly
0.
attack.
It's 0.
Okay. I assume a 14 misses your AC. Am I correct?
You're talking to Phoenix?
Yes.
Yes, my AC is 16.
Okay. So you see as you dart out, this imp attempts to sting you,
Ah, what the hell?
but it bounces off your armor. Okay. Okay, Phoenix, that was your turn, right?
Yes.
Okay, this guard will attempt to take a turn. He'll stand up. I guess they'll both attack Phoenix.
And for the only time in history, Phoenix does not have advantage
Hey,
against him
look
because
at
he
that.
didn't
That's a-
actually reckless.
Yeah, that's a 20 to hit, though.
That will hit, yeah.
Okay. 2 damage.
Is that already considering my
No.
resistance? So
no,
1
it's
damage.
not. And then an 11 to hit. They just, like, kind of poke you with their halberd. You're like, ow, that really hurt, bucko. Alright, Rhea's turn.
I think actually rather than like say anything, Phoenix just kind of like sighs at him. Just like,
I love it.
Rhea's doing terribly today. Okay,
Jesus.
nothing. Bonnie.
Okay, Bonnie pushes her way through where she gets a good shot. And orange has a mark on it. Is that because it used to be
Oh,
prone?
it was prone. That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, no
Well,
longer.
yeah, she's just gonna do that that Eldritch Blast thing at the one
for it.
that's the closest to her. Ooh, that is a 14 to hit.
Will not.
Okay, so she misses. It's Ray is in her way. She was trying to dodge her, so
Okay.
she doesn't get it going.
Raven.
I'm going to pick the right tool to use and then take my movement. And I am still in my feelings and not necessarily thinking. I am going to cast Thunder Wave. Which
Okay.
That's fine.
yeah.
Okay.
From myself,
Con save?
15-foot square.
Oh my.
Wait. Hold on. So it's wait. Straight in front of you, because then it wouldn't hit Rhea.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll hit Phoenix and the imp.
Well, it says self. It
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
a square in front of you.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not like a
Square going
Gandalf
out.
like radius from you. It's like a square in
It's-
front of you.
I'm going for the imp.
Well, you
So
can hit
whichever-
the imp and Phoenix and both of the guards.
Okay.
Yeah, it would
Okay,
basically
I don't have
hit.
to roll for them. They're both dead.
No.
Con save 14.
Yeah, they're both dead.
Okay.
Phoenix, go ahead and roll that con save.
Okay, I'm gonna
Imp,
stop drawing on the map
roll
now.
it.
I'm sorry, everyone. Constitution save and throw.
Yeah, he's decent at those. Hey, imp got a 15.
That's an 11.
Oh, shit.
So that ain't gonna do it. But I only take that 7 damage, so that's.
Actually, that is thunder damage, so it does not have. Oh, okay.
but yeah, I mean, she rolled
only
7,
seven.
right?
Okay, yep,
Yeah.
there you go.
He's
So it
also
only
pushed
takes
10
three
feet away
then.
from me.
That is funny.
So Phoenix gets blasted.
Yeah,
Will the spiritual weapon get blasted, or would it just kind of pass through it?
it
Yeah,
doesn't have
that's
any
kinda what I
effect.
thought.
Spiritual weapon. Speaking of which, Temperance, it is your turn.
Okay.
And just real quick before, as he gets blasted out of the way, Phoenix says, "Damn, Raven, if you wanted in the room that bad, I'd have got out of your way."
Oh, that's funny.
I think I'm gonna go here next to Rhea so I can see through the door and do a, let's see, Ray of Frost at the imp.
Okay, roll to hit.
Roll to hit. That is a 21.
Hits, roll damage.
Get out of my way. There we go. That's 5 damage.
Okay, it is still
cold.
alive. You can have the spiritual weapon attack.
Yep. Where did that go? Spiritual weapon takes a swing and misses with an 8, I'm assuming.
Okay, yep, that will miss. We are at the top again, so Neil.
I am actually, I'm gonna turn around. Can I know I don't obviously have thieves' tools. Can I use a dagger to like kind of like make a botch attempt at like picking this lock? Or actually just test, actually, first of all, can I test the handle?
Yeah, it's not locked, so that's you say that.
Every time. I love
Get
it.
beholders and mimics and all the other. It's doors.
Doors.
Greatest D&D villain is doors.
100% doors.
I spent so long beating myself up that I hadn't prepared knock for a door that was already open.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
the number of times I laughed at that, because you've been telling me that for the month. We've been talking about this for a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna.
So it's a
I'm
very well appointed powder room. You don't see much of interest at first look, except for a vanity, mirror, some stuff like that.
Okay. I'm gonna duck into there. I'm gonna use a bonus action to hide.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that stealth check.
That's a 16.
Okay.
And I'd like to hold my remaining action for if.
Well, if you're gonna hide as a
Mrs.
bonus action, then you would have needed to use your action to open the door and go in.
Right. Okay. So the action is open the door.
Spent. Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's fine. No
I'll
worries.
let you use it as a bonus action, but either way, if you're gonna hide, you've kind of spent both by doing those two.
Right. Okay.
So.
That's fine. Thank you.
Okay. All right. It is Imp turn. Imp is gonna fly out here and attack Phoenix.
Fair enough.
And it does have advantage on that, which is good because its first was a 4.
Because
Oh, you did not roll.
I don't think I've gone since.
Damn.
Yeah, the
I
last
rolled
thing
a-
I've done was Spitfire.
Embarrassing. All right, it's its turn. Or its turn is over. It missed. It did nothing. Phoenix, it's your turn.
Phoenix cracks his neck a little bit. And here we go. Reckless attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be another dirty 20.
Okay, roll damage.
That's not great. That is only going to be 10 slashing damage.
Still enough to cut it in half and end our encounter. As you quickly run in to put out the fires that Phoenix caused, as you're patting out the fires, you see on Thirstwell's body this quite odd shape. Oh, stop. God damn it. I hate Roll20. I hate it so much.
Tell us how you really feel.
And that is where we're going to end our session.
All right.
Right.
Well, wow, what a ride, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some answers. They weren't good answers.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to go around and do our usual ending thing, we are going to do a raid as well. Our good friend Vincent Page is streaming today, and he has been having some... He's moving, and he's having some medical stuff with his stomach. He's got a lot going on, so we're glad to see him stream, and we're going to go send y'all over there. We might have sent you over there recently. We're going to do it again. So we're going to go around and remind everybody who we are, who we have been, and where we can be found on the internet, if indeed we can be found on the internet. Starting, I guess I'll throw it to Robbie first.
All right, I'm Robbie, or DocRobert. You can find me in Bonus Mom's Tavern and here every other Saturday, playing Descent into Avernus. I have been your dungeon master playing, well, I was going to play Thirstwell, but guess I don't have to worry about that. Amongst with a number of other characters.
I killed him with a spit take.
Yes, and let us throw it back to the spit taker himself.
What's up, everybody? My name is Pixel. I have been Phoenix Brightgrin, your more philosophically complex than you might expect internet sad dad and dwarf and barbarian with a we can say it at this point, with a death wish. You can find me here every other Saturday playing Fenix. Next Friday, you can find me trying to pick up the pieces of the disastrous end of the last Curse of Strahd episode, where our heroes are in their darkest hour. And that should be a ton of fun. We're coming down the end game of that. There's a good 40 episodes previously you can go watch if you are so inclined. You can also find me here on twitch.tv/HammerPixel, where we'll be playing Elden Ring with Bonus Mom. And I might do a music stream over there tomorrow as well. There's lots going on. And that's me.
Okay. Speaking of which, Bonus Mom, take it away.
Hey there, kiddos. I am Bonus Mom, and I have been playing Bonnie Mama, the human warlock, and I found out some terrible things about my possible future tonight, but I'll be back next time to see if we can't figure this out. I am currently streaming mostly on TikTok, but in the afternoons, I'm able to stream TikTok and Twitch simultaneously, playing a lot of Minecraft and Stardew Valley. In the mornings, I have a Monday through Friday, I have a chat where I just sit and run my mouth. And then about 9:30 in the evening, all of these are Eastern Daylight Times, I am playing Elden Ring with Pixel, Ream Streams, and my grandson Taco. And I want to tell you, because somebody said something, that I got a story to tell. So I was talking to my sister-in-law, who is not on social media in any way, shape, or form, trying to explain all of this to her and who I am. And I said, Google Bonus Mom 70. And she did. And there I was with my little pink hair and my logo. She couldn't believe it. That's it. That's the whole story.
Excellent. All right, McReese.
Hey guys, I am McReese, and I have been playing Raven LaFey, the tiefling druid who is deeply in her feels and incredibly angry. Sorry, Phoenix.
Hey, if you're going to blast somebody, you might as well blast the guy who runs into the most dangerous part of every battle recklessly in an attempt to get himself killed.
It's true. All right. No remark.
Well, I am Cam, or Noramark. You can find me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/no_remark. You can also find me in Bonus Mom's Tavern. You can also find me on TikTok. There's not much content there, but hopefully one day. You can also find me here, among a number of other places. And tonight I have been playing the, let's change it, the lovable but maybe a little bit dark Neil Boggs Goblin Wizard.
And Kaylee.
Not your service.
Yeah. I am Kaylee, or Christy. I played Temperance, the Air Genasi sorcerer. And you can find me here and in Bonus Mom's Tavern, lurking usually. And also on Tuesday nights, I stream with another D&D group called Reality Break 20 here on Twitch. And we are doing a series of one-shots. The current one is kind of desert Egyptian themed, and I'm actually DMing. And by one-shot, I mean, I think that we're on our 4th session on it. So, not very much of a one-shot. And I'm also on TikTok. You can find me at Kaylee1999 on TikTok, talking about books mostly.
Excellent. Well, folks, thank you guys so much for hanging out for this absolutely bonkers stuff that we do. It means the world to us that you all are willing to sit and hang out for our storytelling and in this interactive game that we play together. And we are going to go rate our buddy Vincent Page as the outro starts. But before we do, I would like you to do me a little teeny favor, and that is to just be like, I don't know, 2 clicks kinder to yourself than you think that you should be, because as we've established, Phoenix is a deeply philosophical guy, and he knows as well as I do that you are not as kind to yourself as you should be. He can tell all the way from in Faerun. Thank you guys so much. We're going to go rate our friend Vincent Page, and we'll catch you next time. Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trial.